Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
And welcome to the Morning Woodward Show. My name is Stick, filling in for Adam today. He was a little ill, under the weather.
So I get somebody else to make fun of today.
Hey, I'm your punching bag, Terry.
Right.
Bring it, baby. Bring it.
This is wonderful.
Yeah, I'm not as doom and gloom. I'm a little more optimistic, as you know, which I know drives you insane.
Well, it does, because, the worst part about today's show is the Lions schedule came out yesterday.
That it did.
And I'm waiting for you to say 17-0, fella.
Nope, sorry. I believe we're going 20-0 because we're going to the Super Bowl, baby.
Oh, my God.
We're not going to just go 17-0 and pull a Tom Brady and lose in the Super Bowl.
I'm going home now. I can't stand this.
And that's the show. Thank you for watching the Morning Woodward Show right here on the Woodward Sports Network. So that is obviously Terry Foster. We have Fish in the booth. Alex Westfall is here. We're going to be talking about the Tigers today. Obviously, we're going to be talking about that Lions schedule that came out. Terry, you always have some great stories, so I want to talk about some of your sporting experiences. Not so much your greatest sporting moment here, but like your sporting experience. So we'll talk about that coming up later on the show, but we got to kick off talking about the Tigers.
You know what?
Let's just
I've
get
been
this out
thinking
of the way.
about this, and I am going against Sparky Anderson's 40-game thing. I've come to the conclusion already, and I've been thinking about this for a few days, the Tigers are never going to reach 500 this year. That basically, if you're talking about contending for a playoff, playing exciting baseball, this season is done. And the reason I say that, it's not just they're losing games. They can't score. I see no improvement. Although yesterday, I guess they only lost 5-3 to the Oakland A's, and that's like a moral victory. But
yeah,
I just don't. It's like they're lifeless. They're dead, and they need a shakeup, and I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, actually, we were talking about this yesterday on Big D Energy when I was on with D-Mac, and he says the Alavila clock, because, he's got his Lions clock. He said the Alavila clock is running, and that's kind of got to be the move they got to make to maybe spark something in this team, show them like, hey, this is unacceptable. GM out of here. Let's usher in some new voice, some new energy, anything to get these guys fired up, because the difference between last year's team and this year's team is expectations. We had no expectations going into last year, right?
So we let him slide.
Yeah, you can't do that, though, because now he has expectations.
Now, this year, I mean, when you got Baez and made a couple of trades and the pitching has been good, you do think, okay, something's going to happen. Now, I didn't think there was going to be a miracle, but I said, you know what? They'll finish second in the division, won't make the playoffs, but they're going to make it. They're going to be like stink bugs.
Right.
Make it real uncomfortable for people. That's not even happening.
Yeah, Fish believes that this is going to kind of emulate last season, that eventually they're going to go on their little hot streak, because at the end of last year, the second half of last year, the Tigers looked like a functional baseball team. And I don't know how you improve but get worse. It's one of the oddest things I've seen. And it kind of reminds me of what the Pistons went through this year, right?
Right.
You thought they were going to come out, they're going to grow. We added Cade Cunningham, the #1 overall pick, who Cade is proven to be an all-star.
And he played well. If he had
did,
played like
right.
crap,
Right.
and they had this record, you could understand this, but he played really well. So, and then they just won 3 more games. That doesn't make sense.
And that's what's happening with the Tigers. The pitching staff has kind of turned around. The young guys are doing well when they're on the bump. We just can't seem to hit the ball, and that's obviously a problem when it comes to baseball. But, yeah, it's just weird. We have a more talented team than last year. They're paid better than the guys that we had last year, but the results are the same.
I don't want to scare you, but will this happen to the Lions too? We think they're going to be better. They've got a better squad. This is Dan Campbell. Last year, he was implementing his kneecap mentality. Now, this year, everybody knows what it is, so you would think they would be much better. So is that going to happen to the Lions too?
That's what I'm afraid of, honestly. It just happened with the Pistons. It's happening with the Tigers. Hopefully it doesn't, because I feel like the whole narrative around the Lions is changing, not only here locally, but nationally, and we'll get into that later when we dive deep into the schedule.
It is, but it's not. Vegas is saying, hold on, fellas. The Lions are still will be the fourth worst team in the NFL this year. That's what Vegas is saying. But people in the NFL are saying, nah, they're going to be markedly better. Here in Detroit, you know, I checked my Twitter account, and today, after the schedule came out, I got 3 people, not 17-0, but they said 12-5.
12-5. That's
12-5.
some high aspirations. Well, when we look at all the games, we can break that down coming up.
But you know, here's the thing: the Lions, I think, have won 12 games once in my whole lifetime, and I'm an old fella.
I remember that year.
So I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, do you think the Tigers will get back on track?
I do not.
At all? You don't think they're ever going to reach 500 this year?
No. They may have a stretch where they play 500 baseball, but this is my Bunyan talking. See, you've not been introduced to my Bunyan. My Bunyan has instincts. It's not based on any facts. It's not based on anything.
You actually have a Bunyan?
I have a Bunyan.
Okay.
And it's doing one of these things. It's like, the Tigers are not going to be a 500 team this year. Forget Sparky Anderson's 40-game thing where you can assess. I think right now they are what they are.
The most shocking statistic for the Tigers at this very moment is how many home runs they have. I think they're only at like 11 or 12 on the season.
Right.
And they're, so let's mathematically spread that out. We're looking at 60 home runs for the entire team.
Right, but
they're not going to beat Barry Bonds.
I know.
But as a team.
I know. And here's the scary thing. There's going to be 1,000 fewer home runs hit in Major League Baseball this year based on what we've seen so far. So, yeah, the Tigers may not beat Barry Bonds.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
A whole team will not beat Barry Bonds.
Right.
That's wild to me. Have you heard the rumor, or did you at least see on Twitter that they were talking about MLB juicing balls for nationally televised games?
I missed that one. I know that supposedly there's a dead ball this year. And, it wouldn't surprise me.
So a bunch of players are saying, like, hey, when we're playing at home on a normal Thursday afternoon at 1, hit the ball, it's kind of a dead ball. But you go on Sunday Night Baseball and you make a little bit of contact, that ball's flying out of the park. And baseball has had a history of doing that.
They have. You know what you need? You need an investigative team to investigate Major League Baseball, because I'm convinced they do all kinds of shady stuff.
Yeah. Well, they have to. I mean, they're dying, right? I'm a baseball fan, and I know that baseball's dying. And this is part of the reason, the lockout coming into the season.
How old are you?
I'm 40 years old.
You're 40 years old.
Yes,
do
sir.
you love baseball, or do you like it? Or
I love baseball.
You love it?
It was, growing up, it was my first love in sports. And you talk to a lot of people, and it's that way for them, because you start T-ball at 5. You can't start playing Little League football till like 8, 9, right?
See, I wonder, since you're 40, I wonder if you're at that cusp. Like, most of the people younger than you don't like it.
They don't care.
And people your age are kind of like, I love it, or I don't love it. And then people older than you like it.
Yeah, it is an old man sport, and it really is. Unless you grew up playing baseball, you're not going out of your way to watch baseball, and that's what scares me. And around here, especially in Detroit, like I always talk to Jeff, who's going to come in and talk a little Pistons later. I always talk to these guys in the back who are like 22, 23, 24, because think about the Detroit sports experience that they've had. They've seen nothing. Nothing.
No, they haven't. Well,
the Tigers went to the World Series and they saw them get swept, but outside of that, nothing.
Well, that's still better than nothing. But let's ask Jazzy Jeff what his thoughts are on baseball, because the one indictment that I heard, someone was talking about baseball. It's the only sport you can attend where you can talk to your partner.
Yeah.
Like NBA game, you're not going to talk to anybody. You might yell something, man, wasn't that a great play? Or a hockey game, you may scream at the person. Football, you're getting cussed at because the people around you are loud. So you have to yell at every sporting event except baseball. You can say, hey, Stick, wasn't that an excellent play over there? Huh, Governor? So that's the only sport you can do that.
Yeah, when the team sucks. Like, you can go to Comerica Park now, and we could be across sections talking to each other. There ain't nobody going to the games. But when Comerica Park is packed and buzzing, like, that's such a great atmosphere. And part of the reason I think baseball is going away is society sped up, and baseball's still a slow, plodding game, and nobody just wants to sit there for 3 hours. I enjoy it. But I'm one of those guys that keeps score and does that stuff while I'm at the game.
Oh, my God. You don't have the extra pencil behind your ear, do you?
I want to be that old man that shows up. Like, that's my retirement plan. You'll find my ass at Comerica Park or whatever park it is by that time, and I will be keeping
here's
score.
something I used to do, and I'm going to see if you've even heard of it.
Okay.
I used to play Stratomatic baseball.
I've heard of it, but I'm not versed in it. I don't know.
Okay. It's a dice game.
Okay.
It's what it is like you put 2 cards out there at a time. One is the batter, and the other is the pitcher. And it works pretty well. Like a pitcher can he can have a dominant day because he's having a good day, but the hitter at the same time could overcome that. So it's very interesting. In fact, one of my favorite games I had. Remember Dennis Dale McClain?
I do.
Denny
McClain, baby.
I played Denny McClain. It was the Tigers against the Yankees. Denny McClain pitched a 13-hit shutout.
That's tough to do.
It is very tough to do. But in Stratomatic, it's possible.
The old Stratomatic. People are talking about that in the chat right now. Leo's saying get rid of the umps. That'll help baseball. I disagree. I love umpires. I used to be an umpire. Maybe for the strike zone, you get rid of the umps, but you got to keep them in the field and stuff like that. What's up, Fish?
You guys remember when knitting was a thing in baseball?
Knitting?
Yeah, like you just see fans just start knitting away. Like
the lady did the Red Wings game.
Yeah.
Miss Red Wing, whatever her name was.
But they did them at baseball games a few years ago. It was like a big thing where everyone just knit. And
No,
the teams could be
I
really
knitting
good.
night at the ballpark. Tonight's pink out the park, though, and Tammy's going. So.
And then tomorrow's Star Wars night, which, why is it not May the 4th? Because they had a home game? That makes no sense to me.
And did they already do Bark in the Park? Because I want to take Woody.
Bark in the Park is coming up.
Yeah,
I want to take Woody. I want to take my dog. He's never been to a baseball game.
I've never been to Bark in the Park. Is there like dog poop all over the stadium?
I would
assume people are walking around with bags and picking it up. There's just a bunch of humans walking around with bags full of poop.
But you know there's people that aren't picking it up.
Yeah.
No, those people get shunned. Like it's like
By
mass,
who?
just
By
like,
their
oh, you're the
neighbor?
guy that didn't do it. Like
Not if
even
they
in my
don't-
neighborhood, when you're walking a dog and you don't pick it up, like people talk about you in my neighborhood.
Wow.
Yeah, same with mine. They got signs up, clean up after your dogs and stuff.
As you should.
And if you don't have the little plastic bag, even before the dog does something, if you don't have a plastic bag,
you get looked at. You're like, whoa.
You get looked at like, hey, what's up?
Yep.
You get to pick it off with your hand, or
Yeah, public service announcement. Pick up your dog's crap. I mean, it's pretty logical, right?
It is.
All right. You know what else is logical?
What?
Going to Planet Fitness and getting that fitness on, because your fitness is essential. And right now, you can go $0 down. $10 a month will get you into Planet Fitness. Plus, you can upgrade to that black card, baby. And that means you can bring a friend with you so you don't have to work out alone. Plus, you can experience all the things that they have, like the hydro massage chairs, the tanning, and more. So make sure you go to Planet Fitness today. Sign up. It's only $10 a month, and your fitness is essential.
6 dark corners, a driveway and a patio, 5 windows that could become doors. Every house has unique security challenges. Guardian Alarm has more tech, more team, and more ways to help keep them all safe. Get a professionally designed and installed security and smart home system from Guardian Alarm. Sign up today and get a free video device. Guardian Alarm. Smart, right from the start. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT.
The official sticker partner of Woodward Sports. When it comes to stickers and signage, think Sticker Genius. We support this local Detroit business, and we are excited to show you our latest project, the Planet Fitness Studio from Sticker Genius. If you need custom stickers, wall graphics, window graphics, and plenty more, reach out to our friends at Sticker Genius. We at Woodward Sports couldn't be any happier with the service they provided us. They were quick, easy to deal with, and super professional. Head to stickergenius.com today.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
Hey, if you got a big job going construction-wise, make sure you hit up Alta Equipment because uptime matters. And we're talking if you got, if you're digging up some land, or you're doing some renovations in your backyard, even something on your house, or you got a big construction project going on corporate-wise, Alta is your equipment company. Make sure you hit them up, and they will rent you whatever you need to get the job done. Give them a call today, 844-GO-TO-ALTA, A-L-T-A. That's 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Stick, filling in for Adam today. He's a little under the weather.
You know what? I'm
like
happy
death
to
yesterday.
see you today. You know why?
What?
I was sick and tired of seeing all that snot and blubber all over Adam's face. I couldn't even look over there.
Dude, I walked in yesterday and stood behind Westfall, and the solo shot was on him, and I was like, what is going on with that? Did he just come off a bender? Like, what is happening? But
Well, he was sick.
Yeah.
There's two
He
faces
championed through
that
yesterday.
are sometimes tough to watch during their shows. Adam yesterday, with all this stuff was all over his beard. And then sometimes D-Mac, he comes in with spittle
How do you not?
and all that brown. I said, dude, will you wipe that off? Because I can't do the show with you.
yeah, D-Mac, D-Mac's gonna D-Mac. That's just what it is.
He's a different breed.
And then you hear
one
a
of-
can open halfway through the show.
One of the
Yeah.
behind the scenes
He was
thing
busy
here.
last night, though.
He was.
He was at the
And he looked good.
This mental health. Yeah, he had
Yeah.
on his red suit.
He had a suit on.
Braylon
had a
was there
suit on.
too.
But yeah, one of my favorite behind the scenes things here at Woodward Sports that not a lot of people know about is this is the same mic that Adam sits on. This is the same mic that D-Mac sits on. It's the same mic that Ryan Armani sits on.
So you're gonna
Ryan
get COVID.
Armani is a bit of a germaphobe. He's he's a neat freak.
He wipes
and he
that
comes
thing
on
down.
every day right after D-Mac, and he like lays a disinfectant wipe on here. He cleans the whole area, and like just the fact that those two are on this mic consecutively, like a D-Mac who is foaming at the mouth,
Yeah.
just pure energy and whatnot, and then you got an Armani that's like, oh god.
You know, when D-Mac does the show, he looks like Niagara Falls because it's just spitting water going all over the place.
It's passion, baby.
Oh, by the way, do you have say in personnel decisions around here?
No, not anymore.
No.
No.
Because I'm going to say Ryan Armani should be fired.
Oh. So I'm glad I don't have a say in that.
Here's why.
Tell us why, Terry Foster.
A.J. Hint was having breakfast near the studio.
He was at
Right
Rose.
down there,
Yeah,
Birmingham
Rose.
Rose.
And then Ryan Armani goes up and he wants a selfie with him. As someone who's in the media, who covers a person, you should never do that.
That's okay.
That's a no. In my book, it's a no. Maybe for you guys, it's not a
You'll be
no-no.
happy to know that I did not go get a selfie with him.
Okay, well, you can keep your job then.
Woohoo! Thank you, Terry.
Fire Ryan.
A couple kids from the back. Our other Ryan, the Ryan video
yeah,
editor.
I think
that's
it
in
was the
back.
other Ryan you're referring to, but yeah, still fire
Now, I
him.
heard it was Armani though.
Was it Armani? Ooh.
I don't think it was Armani.
He's
but I don't know.
He's a slappy.
Oh, he is a slappy.
But I mean, like, that's the cool thing about Woodward Sports is we are fans at the end of the day. You're not because you're a professional and you've been calloused to being a fan, I guess is a
I've
good
been
word to
callous.
put it.
That's why when we refer to teams, I never say we.
Right, I always do because I'm a part of that team, damn it. And how I wear my socks on Sunday dictates if the Lions are going to
And
win.
guess what? I stopped fighting you on that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you do it.
Let me live in my world, Terry. Let me live in my world. Well, speaking of the Lions, schedule was released, the actual schedule, even though the entire nation got trolled on fake schedules coming out.
Genius. That guy was
Including
a
our own
genius.
Tom Mazaway.
Ah.
Which, did you hear about that, too?
NFL
No,
schedule
poor
leaks
guy.
on Twitter. That guy is a genius.
Poor the penguin. They got the penguin.
Yeah,
They
they
got
got
him
the
good.
Penguin.
And
They got him good,
Fletch
too.
called him out yesterday. He was like, dude, I told you this could be fake. And you said, I don't care. And they went on and reported it like it was real. So that's
Yeah,
the
when they misspell Adam Schefter's name, that should give you a cause.
But let's take a look at the Lions' schedule. I mean, obviously, they're starting out with Philly. That was the thing that got leaked before anything else. And then we go straight into the Commanders, baby. Do you want to go game by game on this and kind of talk about it, or do you just want to run it down and then discuss it?
No, I
Terry?
think you should go game by game.
Game by game. So let's start out Philadelphia Eagles. They put their foot in our ass last year. Like, that was probably one of the only beat downs that we took, that in Denver last year.
Right.
How do you think the Lions are going to start off the season against them? Because I massively improved.
Yeah. The one thing, when somebody beats your ass, you're more motivated, and that team doesn't respect you as much. So I think this is going to be a down to the wire, exciting game. It's going to be at home, but I think the bottom line is Philly is going to get the Lions again, 23-20.
So we start out with a loss?
Yes.
See, I said 27-17, the Lions would probably pull out that win, and I don't see the Eagles being that much better than last year, and that's the problem. You know, like, I still don't believe in Jalen Hurts as being an elite quarterback, even though fantasy-wise he's probably going to be a top 15 guy. But reality-wise, I don't really know. And like you said, I think they're going to carry that and watch that game film and be like, guys, last year this was one of the only teams that took our soul. Right. We can't have that again. And it's at home, right. A home opener, which is nice, you know.
And it'll be packed.
Yep.
The crowds won't dwindle as they will later in the season because people might get sick of this team. So it's going to be real tough for Philly, but I think bottom line is they will eke out a victory. You know, the Lions, even though they're better, you still can't discount the clown factor. There's something goofy can happen.
Yep.
And sometimes it's out of their control. So I just don't see them winning that game.
I want you guys also in the YouTube chat right now to put your opinions too, and just if you want to just put a W or an L. Game one, what are you thinking? W or an L? Because you guys can play along at home too. That's a live interactive show here at Woodward Sports. The Commanders. If we lose to the Commanders, then that's going to be a red flag for the entire season, right?
It would be, but the Commanders are not coming in here and beating the Lions in week 2. First of all, what the hell is a Commander?
It's not a Redskin. That's all I know.
Right. So, you know, they're going through so many things.
Dan Snyder's the biggest idiot owner of all sports.
Oh, my God. He just thought he could come in and do whatever he wants, but it's like a dumb fan buying a team.
So me. Except
it's like
without the sexual harassment.
No, you're not going to be an ass.
Right.
You're not going to say, hey, come here, honey, let me slap you on the ass. You're not going to do that.
Hey, come here, hot cheerleader. Why don't you escort this gentleman to his suite, then escort him into the suite? And,
right.
You know, the fact that Dan Snyder still has a job, like, it still blows my mind that they were investigating Dan Snyder. They were investigating Washington. And you know who gets fired? The Raiders coach.
Right.
That makes no sense to me because they found emails about Gruden while they were trying to find stuff on Snyder, which they found, and Snyder still keeps his job. But Gruden, get the hell out.
There's a old child's nursery rhyme that goes like this. The king was something like the king of hearts stole some tarts, but who is to blame? Dan Snyder stole the tarts, but we got to blame somebody else. We got to blame Gruden, right.
Yeah.
Not saying that he was blameless in all this stuff, but
no, he did what he did.
You can't get down on the emperor.
It's crazy to me. It honestly, that still blows my mind. And the fact that, like, we talked about this before, when Washington was in trouble for harassing their cheerleaders, sexually harassing their cheerleaders, their solution wasn't to stop sexually harassing cheerleaders. It was to bring on male cheerleaders. Because that'll stop us.
That makes sense. Like the male cheerleader's going to kick people's ass and say, no, you're not going to mess with these girls.
Yeah, it's just the dumbest logic going on. So if we lose to that team week 2.
You won't.
Okay, so we're at least starting out 1-1 at bare minimum, right?
Yes.
And everybody in the chat, let us know what you think of that Washington game. Next up, we play the Vikings in Minnesota. I hate that horn so much.
You should be there live. You'd hate it even more.
You know what taught me to hate that horn? Madden. Because it's in the sound effect in Madden. Every time they get a first down in Madden, you hear that damn horn, and I hate it. And then I hear it in real life, and I just have that visceral ugh.
Right. I'm averse to that horn for this one reason. As a kid, I experienced the Lions losing to the Minnesota Vikings 17 straight times.
Good Lord.
That was brutal. And I kept saying, okay, they're gonna beat them this week. Nah. And it was just stupid stuff. And, most of the time Minnesota's the best team. They just kick the Lions' ass. But then there's these handful of games where it's like the Lions are up 7, Vikings score, and the Lions fumble, and then they kick a field goal and beat them. It's just goofy. And you had the purple people eaters, and then you had the horn. And
the
at least
Vikings,
it was outside, though, because you couldn't hear the horn.
The Vikings always, to me, have been like that team that just sucks, but they're good. You know what I mean? Like that, they're frustrating because you look at them and you're just like, it's the Vikings. They're not that good, but they always beat our ass.
They're the best of the worst.
Okay. Sometimes that's okay. They are mediocre at best. So what are you thinking for that game? Win or loss on the road?
I think you're going to hear the horn a few too many times. Lions will lose that game.
Okay.
In my mind, to go 1-2.
Well, then they come back home and they face the Seahawks, the Russell Wilson-less Seahawks, the Kenneth Walker Seahawks.
That's right.
That's got to be a win.
Yeah, it's a win. Let me see. I don't know. Kenneth Walker rushes for 175 yards on his way back. No, that's not going to happen.
And 5 touchdowns just like he did against Michigan?
Yeah. No, that's not going to happen. Lions will get their revenge on the Seahawks, who always seem to beat them. Seahawks just not good. No Russell Wilson defense is.
Yeah, and you're hearing that Pete Carroll kind of wants to weasel his way out eventually, so he's kind of like a lame duck coach.
He's got his eyes somewhere else.
Yeah.
So, I was going to say he goes back to USC, but he can't now because they got their coach. And I have a philosophy about sports. You can't go back home if you're a coach. It just never works out the second time, or very rarely works out the second time. So he's going to have to find maybe be the next Lions coach.
Would you want Pete Carroll here? I mean, he'd be 97 by the time he became our coach.
But he still look like he's 60.
Yeah, no, he's a listen.
Right.
If I age like Pete Carroll, I'll be a happy man. But
Lions,
it's
will
crazy
win that.
how old he actually is.
Mm-hmm. Victory for the Lions.
So through 4 games, through the first, well, you can't say quarter of the season anymore, but let's just say
sure
that.
You can. First quarter of the season.
Yeah, but there's 17 games now.
I know, but it's close enough percentage-wise.
So you got them 2-2.
Yes.
2-2 through 4 games. Mm-hmm. Look at Terry the optimist. I like this.
So you thought I have them 0-4?
I never know with you.
I you know what? I call it like I see it. I don't do the fanboy thing. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but
what do you mean, you people?
You the fanboy people.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. So you got them 2-2 through 4 games, and we'll definitely keep going with this and run through the schedule. Everybody in the chat right now, where do you have the Lions sitting after 4 games looking at this schedule? Love the fact that this is the brand new schedule that came out, and we have, the 5th easiest schedule in the NFL?
Yes.
I love that.
But that's a dangerous thing to look at because the quality of those teams changes
right
as you go.
Well, it's based off the NFC East.
Right.
That's why, because that's who we're playing, and they all sucked.
And here's the other thing. From the 5th easiest schedule to like the 12th easiest schedule, it's like a percentage point of like 2%. So it's really close.
But last year we had the top 5 toughest schedule, and that, for not having a great team, that's a larger hill to climb.
Sure.
This year, hopefully, with an improving team, easier schedule, maybe some things will work out for us. And if you want to work out this weekend, it's going to be beautiful. Sit on that patio, have a nice cold beverage in your hand, but make sure that beverage includes Gypsy vodka. And I'm talking, you can put it in lemonade, you can put it in the iced tea, you can do whatever you want with it, or you could just drink it by itself because it's nice, it's chilled, it's smooth, it's relaxing, and it's made in Michigan. Also, if you got that gluten allergy, it's gluten-free too. So make sure you pick up some Gypsy vodka this weekend, sit outside, get some sun, and enjoy it.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Strawberry Fest is back at Big Boy. We brought back some of the classic breakfast items like the strawberry French toast, hot cakes, and waffle. If you're not feeling breakfast, try our new strawberry bacon chicken wrap, crispy chicken wrap, nacho wrap, or strawberry salad. The perfect recipe for springtime. And don't forget to grab dessert, including our berry delicious strawberry pie for only $1.99 with the purchase of $7.99 or more at participating Big Boy locations.
A network for the city, by the city. Woodward Sports is Detroit Sports.
Chili Peppers Tanning, celebrating 20 years of making sure you look deep and dark with that tan. And we're doing a live broadcast with Darren McCarty, Neil Rule on the 20th from 11 to 1 at their Troy location on John R. And plus, they're doing a grand prize contest where you could win $20,000. That's what they're doing to celebrate their 20th year anniversary. Pretty awesome. We'll be out there. Make sure you come join us May 20th at the location on John R. in Troy. D-Mac's going to be there. Neil Rule's going to be there. We'll see if we can get Fish to come out too. Chili Peppers Tanning, the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, and the darkest tans.
Chili pepper tans.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show on the Woodward Sports Network. Thank you to everybody that's listening on the Roar right now, 99.1, 93.5, and, of course, 94.7 HD2. And thank you to everybody who's downloaded our app, which is free and available for you right now in the Google Play or Apple Store. So make sure you go download that app for free. All right, Terry, back into the schedule. We're four games in. You got the Lions sitting at 2-2. Let's see what the chat is saying after. Let's see, 2-4. Let's see, 2-2, 2-3 going into the bye. 3-1, 1-3, but probably 0-4. 3-1, 2-2, 3-1
after 4 games?
I think he was saying go in the bye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them are 6 games in going into the bye.
Yeah, they're getting a little ahead of us, but that's all right, man. That's all right.
People are excited.
By the way, we have an early bye. That's going to suck.
That is one thing I don't like is the early bye. It's week 6, I believe, right? Yeah, week 6 is our bye. All right, so moving on. After the Seahawks, we go back home, and we're taking on the Patriots with the man, the myth, the legend, the pencil, calling the offense.
I know. How can you beat New England with Matt Patricia calling the offense?
I still don't get that move.
You know what? This could be the signal that Bill Belichick is done.
Okay.
He's got Matt Patricia doing the, calling the stuff. I don't. Okay. I don't like Matt Patricia as a coach. Period. He came here, showed his ass.
All of it.
Right.
Fat ass rolling around.
Right. No crack zone. You could see that.
Yeah.
I am going to call for a huge upset. The Lions will defeat the New England Patriots in New England.
Ooh, I like that.
Well, there's a couple factors. One, New England doesn't play well in September, and I know this is early October, but they don't feel the urgency to win early. I think there's going to be some adjustments with Matty Fatty as offensive coordinator. They're not going to be ready yet. So their September is going to roll into October. The Lions are going to upset New England in New England.
Yeah, I was talking about Matt Patricia yesterday with D-Mac, and he brought up a great point because I was like, why are they moving him to the offensive side of the ball? This makes no sense. He's like, well, being a defensive coordinator, you spend so much time studying offenses. Maybe through osmosis or something, he's going to learn to be an offensive coordinator.
Maybe.
Kind of makes sense. But he also is like, well, and he's Bill Belichick's bitch, so he's just going to call what Bill wants him to call. So you got them winning that game.
Yes.
I love that. That's 2 days after my birthday, so that would be a lovely birthday present, Lions. If you could win that for me for my birthday, I may try to go to New England for that game. You ever been to Foxborough?
I've never been there for a game.
Looks awesome.
I've been to the stadium.
Okay.
I don't know why I went to the stadium, but it wasn't a game. It was some other reason.
Did you have a tour there?
I know why I saw Gillette Stadium.
Could have had a tour.
I got lost.
Oh.
And I'm like, damn, there's a football stadium here.
In the middle of Massachusetts.
No, I was in Boston, and I was trying to go somewhere else, and I'm like, okay, I'm not in Boston anymore.
Maybe Fenway Park. You trying to go to Fenway?
You know what?
Fenway's downtown, though.
The day that I think Mark McGuire broke, what record, when he broke the all-time single season I was at Fenway Park.
Okay.
Of course, Mark McGwire was not there, but
Yeah.
I was there for a Red Sox game.
All right. So the Lions get a bye week 6. So that takes us to October 23rd. They go on the road and take on the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And this is when our run through the NFC East is really going to kick off.
Right. Cowboys perennial, overrated every year. They're going to go to the Super Bowl. But even though it's a bye week, I think that's going to be a tough game for the Lions to win. And if nothing else, the NFL is going to make sure that the boys get off to a good start. So I'm going to predict the Lions lose that game.
So you got them at 3-3 right now through 6 games.
After 6.
All right, Terry. Back it up, Terry. Dolphins versus Lions. This got to be a win, right?
Game is here.
Game is
Not
here
so
in
fast.
Detroit.
The Dolphins are looking pretty good.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, how
Did you
are they
see that
looking?
wobbly ass pass that Tua threw?
Oh,
that was
my
like 10
God.
I
feet
did.
behind Tyreek Hill, and
But
they
there's-
put
hold
it out
on.
there like the rocket arm of
I
Tua.
know, but they're still trying to trade for him. So if they get a better quarterback,
Every
they
team
are-
in the league can say that.
I
If
know.
we had a better quarterback.
I know, but they're trying to trade for him.
Let's talk about the Rocket.
The Rocket
Did you
arm.
see?
No, I did. It
He
was
leaned
pretty
back.
bad, yeah.
He underthrew Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
I thought they
just saw him
showed the
standing
play to
there.
see how fast Tyreek Hill is. Look,
He outran the Rocket.
he outran the Rocket. But when you saw that ball, it takes off, and then at mid-flight it goes.
Yep.
It starts to wobble, and
Why would the social media team throw that out there? And then they kept it up and just got clowned on Twitter for
They
it.
did
Just
get-
everybody was clowning them. Like even Easy retweeted is like, I don't know what a rocket is. Like,
that was Corey.
oh, that was Corey.
Corey did that, too.
Corey did, yeah.
Corey,
Everybody, because it just made no sense. I got to say that's a win for the Lions, and
Yes.
that's putting us at 4-3. We're gonna have a
Especially-
winning record 7 games through the season.
That's what it looks like.
4-3. My God, this city's going to be going crazy. Then, of course, we get the Packers next.
Ouch.
Does that bring us back to earth?
I have to figure the Packers out. They got Aaron Rodgers.
It's a home game, mind you.
It's
That's
a home game. I
Yeah.
understand that. And Green Bay doesn't play well in Detroit. They might win,
Yeah,
but
they play
they
wobbly.
don't play well. I think it's going to be an ugly game. Green Bay's going to win it.
Yeah. You never know with Green Bay. You know, it could be another BS face mask call to give Aaron Rodgers more Hail Mary throws. Like the NFL loves that guy. And
Right.
when we had TJ Lang on here, I think it was around this time last year, he literally said, I would do the same thing in Green Bay that I did in Detroit, and I would get called for holding in Detroit. In Green Bay, they would never say a thing. And like that to me, I was not shocked to hear it, but also just like, damn, even the players in the league know that, like,
Yeah,
he gets special treatment in Green Bay.
You have to earn your respect.
But really, has Aaron Rodgers earned that like that?
No. I thought he was saying he will get called as a Lion, but not in Green Bay.
When he was blocking for Aaron Rodgers, he got more leeway to block than when he was blocking for Matthew Stafford.
That makes sense.
Why does that make sense?
Because Aaron Rodgers has more respect than any Detroit Lion. So you're going to get the benefit of the doubt. Like in the NBA, Kobe Bryant can travel. Michael Jordan could travel. Joel Embiid, if he's so inclined, he could travel.
And we're seeing that Cade Cunningham didn't get any calls this year.
And Cade Cunningham can't go to the free throw line.
Yeah. Even though he was pressured and double teamed more than any other rookie. And yeah.
But the Pistons, I think of all the leagues, you get that special treatment more in the NBA than any other league.
Yeah.
And the Pistons have now been relegated to the Sacramento Kings, teams like that where we're not going to give you the benefit of the doubt. So now that's something they have to work on again. They have to build that up. So it's going to take a while. That's why Cade Cunningham was not at the free throw line, even though he's not just a jump shooter. He penetrates, he attacks defenses. So if he played for somebody else, he would get more calls.
Yeah. Well, that's what you love about him. And he's feeling the Detroit versus everybody thing. You're seeing it on his Twitter. You're seeing Ashton, the trainer, his trainer, like, all right, we didn't get Rookie of the Year either. What's going on? Oh, we're finally learning about this Detroit versus everybody thing. Like,
Right.
it's a real thing.
Right.
It's not some BS we just made up to feel bad about ourselves. Moving on. So you got us at 4-4 through 8 games.
Yes.
All right, Terry. I like this, Terry.
It's not 8-0.
I know, but honestly, normally you're like, no, same old Lions. They're gonna be this. So you're even feeling a little bit better.
I actually don't think it's the same old Lions.
I love this.
If they were 3-13-1, which was abysmal last year,
right.
But by being a person who goes in that locker room, when you used to go into the locker room and talk to players, you could feel it when you walk in. Like, okay, the boogeyman is here. Something bad's going to happen. This team is not good. That's been erased. Well, at least you don't feel it as much now. So I don't think it's the same old Lions. See, to me, same old Lions started with the Ford family. What did Sheila Ford Hamp do?
She dropped the Ford from her name?
She dropped the Ford, and I think, hey, that's calculated.
That dropped the curse, too. All right, moving on. Lions versus Bears. I hate the Bears. I really hate the Bears. And Isaac, you know what he says about the Bears. Andy Isaac, F the Bears, baby.
Do you know what famous thing happened at Soldier Field?
We took the wind.
No.
Marty Morningwig took the wind on the coin toss.
That was the Calvin Johnson catch, no catch.
Yeah, that is true.
So another place where weird things happen. The wind could be swaying. I think the Lions and the Bears are pretty similar.
Yeah.
They'll split this year. The Lions will lose at Soldier Field and come back and beat them at Ford's Field.
Okay, so you're thinking they're going to lose this game, drop down to 4-5.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, the Bears, they're just such an odd team to figure out, right? You don't know what Justin Fields is going to be coming into this year. They had a lot of issues on offense. They didn't address any of it. They lost Allen Robinson, their top-end wide receiver. They spent all their draft picks on defense, which they also had a putrid defense. So the Bears are in a weird spot. They're going to move stadiums. There's just a lot of
But you assume
unsettled business.
Justin Fields will get better coaching this year. You assume that.
You'd hope. I mean, Nagy couldn't figure out his quarterback situation to save his life.
Right.
So, yeah, you would assume that Justin Fields would get better. But at the same time, who the hell knows? He could regress. Now, the quarterback class last year was so highly touted compared to this year, obviously. Mm-hmm. And really, Mac Jones the only one that balled out. That's it. Trevor Lawrence sucked, but he had a hill to climb. I get that.
Trevor
but he sucked.
Lawrence was in a rough situation.
But he was supposed to be the Messiah, the greatest quarterback.
But could he overcome the incompetence of Urban Meyer?
That's a fair argument. But you look at Zach Wilson, not great. He got injured, but still not great. I mean, Davis Mills had better seasons than the top 3 guys. Trey Lance didn't get really on the field. Justin Fields was okay in spots.
In other words, we don't really know about these quarterbacks when they're in college. Maybe Malik Willis is going to tear it up.
Maybe Kenny Pickett will be better than all of them. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's weird that 2 years ago the quarterbacks go 1, 2, 3 in the draft, right? And it's like, this is such a strong class. But then they get on the field and they suck.
I think if you are a rookie quarterback, 9 times out of 10 you're going to suck or at the very least be mediocre. If you look at the interception and touchdowns of rookie quarterbacks, even Hall of Fame guys, normally they have more interceptions than touchdowns, or it's pretty even. Maybe they have 25 touchdowns and 23 picks,
right,
or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's in particular, it's a rough league, man. Defenses are different,
and honestly, judging a quarterback by his rookie season will also get you in trouble. Look at like a Troy Aikman; he sucked his rookie season. Peyton Manning threw 3 times more interceptions than touchdowns his rookie season. So like, it's not writing the whole book on these guys, but it's just interesting comparing the draft classes and how that quarterback class was supposed to be so great. And it hasn't played out that
rookie,
way.
Here, let me tell you something, rookie. That's why back in my time.
Back in my day.
You know what we did with rookie quarterbacks? We sat their asses. Sit down, learn, carry the clipboard.
Yeah.
And then when they come in, maybe their second or third year, they're a lot better.
But that's also when you were paying guys in like packs of cigarettes, and they also had day jobs after the practice.
But no. They were making good money. But you just the game has changed. You can't do what you used to do. You can't sit a guy. You can't redshirt him anymore.
Right. Yeah, you can't. You just can't afford to waste that year on the rookie contract, honestly. So you got the Bears. You got us losing that game, so the Lions are sitting 4-5 at that point, right?
Yes.
Then let's move on to the Giants. We get to go visit Kenny Galladay in New York.
And Kayvon Thibodeau?
Yep, Thibodeau is there. Kadarius Toney's there. Daniel Jones. Saquon Barkley.
Daniel Jones doesn't count.
You don't like DJ?
No.
Danny Dimes, baby? You don't like Danny Dimes?
No Danny Dimes.
You think the Lions are pulling out the win in New York?
No, they're going to lose in New York.
Really? The G-men are awful.
I know they're awful, but you always lose a game you shouldn't.
Okay.
If you're the Lions.
And that's going to be one of the ones that they lose?
Yes.
Okay. So now you got us at 4-6.
Yes.
Oof. I don't like the way this is going, Terry.
You know, you're awfully quiet over there. We don't know what you've got them at.
I'm here to talk to you. I want to see because you got the insight, and I think we're going 17-0. Let's get on the train, baby.
True that.
All right. So where are we at?
We're at the Bills. This is Thanksgiving.
So, okay, let's stop here and let's come back and handle Thanksgiving because I like this matchup. It's interesting. I just hate that it's on our really only national televised game.
Right.
Because that always happens to us. So we're going to continue going through the schedule. It was released yesterday, so we finally know when, where, and who the Lions are playing. And like we said, keep up in the chat, too. Let us know what you think their record's going to be through these 9 games or 10 games. Terry has them at 4-6 right now. What do you have them at?
Which is better than last year.
That is better. I mean, now they could lose the rest of the games and still be better than last year. So
they could.
Improvement
But
already. Improvement. And if you're looking to improve your life, if you're battling anything mental or you're battling some drug addiction, that's where the SMA comes in. It's the sports marketing agency. They have a podcast called This Is the F Word, centered around fentanyl and how dangerous it is. And if you're like me, you've had somebody in your life overdose and you've dealt with that. So if you are somebody going through that or you know somebody going through that, tell them to go to thesportsma.com right now. There's no shame in admitting that you need help. It's actually the best thing that you can do with your life. So thesportsma.com.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Hey, it's Scott from the Woodward Bet Show. We've been on fire lately with our best bets, so make sure you're checking us out. And also, you guys got to also check out oddstrader.com. It is the best site to check and shop all the odds at all the different sports books. It is such a great tool. All the player stats, game day odds, and everything else, live scoring that you need throughout the day. I love it. So make sure you're checking it out. And another thing, I love giving out winners. So let's give out a winner tonight. Let's go with the Colorado Rockies to beat the Kansas City Royals. Royals are one of the worst teams against left-handed pitching. I think Kyle Freeland has his way tonight. Woodward Bet Show, oddstrader.com. Check it out.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
It's Friday. If you're looking for something fun to do this weekend, look no further than the Fulling Warehouse in Hamtramck. That's home of the original football bowling pin game called Fulling. They've got 2 ways to play. $12 open unlimited play, or you can reserve a private lane for $120. Don't forget, of course, they have a $2 mystery beer machine as well as multiple full bars. Head on over to thefullingwarehouse.com.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network. Thank you guys for being a part of this. I love the conversations going on in the chat because everybody has kind of a different theory of how this year is going to go.
Right.
Mostly optimism, but, you never know. And that's why we have these conversations, because they're fun to hypothesize.
Absolutely. And I'm sure, I have them at 4-6. I'm probably getting yelled at, but that's all right.
No, no one's really calling you dumb, so that's good.
Well, they don't call me dumb. They call me a hater.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Yeah, those are the two, haters or slappies. You get one or the other. There's no in between. There's no there's
never anybody. They say, you know what? He's straight down the middle.
Right.
You're either homer or slap.
Yep. It's like that old George Carlin bit. When you're driving, everybody who drives faster than you is a lunatic, and everybody who drives slower than you is an idiot.
Right. Right. Absolutely. You're the only one driving the right speed.
That's how it is with some people. Like that, that's how you're supposed to drive. Their speed only. And it's like, no, man. People.
No, that's most people.
Right. Super Juggernaut 87 has them at 5-5 through 10 games. You have them at 4-6 through 10 games.
Because I had that upset with them losing to the Giants.
Yeah. Well, now that moves us to Thanksgiving, which is our only national televised game, which when you come off a season with 3 wins, you're not going to get much love by the NFL. And they may flex us if we do all right.
You don't deserve it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people all in Detroit always complain, oh, we only have one national You know what? Guys, if you're living in Albuquerque or
New Mexico
Buffalo or
New York,
San Diego,
California,
why in the hell do you want to see the Lions play? Think about it.
Okay, they're an up-and-coming. They're on Hard Knocks.
That will.
So why would you want to see them on Hard Knocks? You can make the same.
I mean,
Hard
the
Knocks
Texans
is different
Hard Knocks,
because it's not just a losing team on there. It's a team with great personalities.
Well, yeah. So why wouldn't you want to see them on one primetime game?
Because by November and December, Hard Knocks is by the wayside.
Okay. I do love Hard Knocks, and I'm so happy that we got it this year. Like, I'm going to buy HBO Max just for that. I don't have it, so I got to watch Hard Knocks. So Jamal Williams yesterday or 2 days ago said he didn't give a damn about Hard Knocks. He's like, there's already cameras here, and I love that mentality. Mm-hmm. He's like, I know those cameramen. I don't know those cameramen, so the cameramen I know, I'm going to be cool with. Those guys, I'm just going to give them a mean look.
No, he's not.
No, he's a personality for sure.
NFL's going to make sure he doesn't.
Right, and he's great. He's great. I can't wait to see more behind the scenes of Jamal Williams.
Why you want the Lions. Yes, Dan Campbell, no question. But he's another reason. They got great personalities on that team.
Yeah, and now you got the storyline of Jameson Williams coming back from injury. You got Aiden Hutchinson. Like, we got some good storylines going on.
You know they're going to show Aiden Hutchinson's fine mama. His mama's fine. Have you seen her?
No. Alex, can you pull up a picture of Aiden Hutchinson's mom?
Yes.
Hotter than Zach Wilson's mom?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Good for you, Aiden Hutchinson.
Well, it's not his fault. I mean, he didn't create his mom.
No, I know, but it's good for him.
Right.
Because his dad,
But they're going to go to the Hutchinson home, and they're going to have a sit down, and mama's going to be there.
Especially because he's the Michigan man.
Yep.
Right. He'll probably go back. No, he'll probably go to Ann Arbor.
Is that storyline going to get old like the Kershaw and Stafford story? Are we going to hear that every game? Oh, you played down the road 60 miles away in Ann Arbor.
Of course.
We're going to hear that every single game for his entire career. Like when Jerome Bettis was in the Super Bowl. Did you know Jerome Bettis was from Detroit? Remember that?
Yes.
God, that was ad nauseum. Jerome Bettis, he's from Detroit, and he's playing in the Super Bowl in Detroit. And, it's like,
they showed him buying a house from mom and dad.
Yep.
And so, Aiden Hutchinson, we're going to hear a lot about M Go Blue.
Well, Bills Mafia, Thanksgiving Day.
Mm-hmm. Now, there is
Are we going to get embarrassed?
They're going to play well that game.
Okay.
But they will lose. Thanks. There is a misconception in this town, at least it was a few years ago, that the Lions win all their Thanksgiving games. That's not true.
No, God, no.
They actually have a losing record.
Yeah, no, I know. My family does not let me forget.
Right. But you run into people in the street. Oh, Thanksgiving, the Lions win that game. No, they don't.
Hell no.
They've had some big wins on Thanksgiving, but for the most part, they lose.
You got a picture of Aiden Hutchinson's mom? Let's check this out.
Yeah, check her out.
That's his mom?
That's mom.
Good Lord. She looks young as hell. Mm-hmm. But I'm at that weird age to where, like, the mom looks good and so does the daughter.
Right, yeah. There's mom again. Mama's fine.
Like, if you would have told me, hey, that's Aiden Hutchinson's girl, I'd be like, okay, cool. That makes sense.
That's what I thought. When I thought, oh, this girlfriend's cute. No, that's mom.
Get it from your mama. All right, well, good for Aiden Hutchinson and the Hutchinson family. Nice genes in that family.
Hey, good for dad.
Yeah. Well, he was a professional. I mean, that's what happens. You outkick your coverage sometimes. All right, so you got the Bills. We're losing that game. I do not like the way your season's trending now. Now we're 4-7, Terry.
Not my fault. I'm not out there playing.
Can we get the rebound game December 4th against the Jags at home?
All right, I have a favorite term.
Okay.
Mollywop. That will be a mollywop.
I love it.
The Lions are going to kick the Jaguars' ass because by then, now if this game was early in the season, I think it would be a ugly game. Maybe the Lions win like 5-4, something stupid like that. But I think at this point of the season, the Jaguars are going to be like, hey, you know what? We done. We're tired. So we'll just go up and get our asses handed to us. So the Lions will mollywop the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I love it. I love it. And I also want to thank the Jacksonville Jaguars for taking Walker #1 overall. That really helped us out. So
That's true.
Thank you, Jacksonville, and thank you for hiring Urban Meyer last year. Like he kind of train wrecked your whole organization. So I like Jacksonville and what they're bringing to the table. That should be a guaranteed win for us.
Right.
But
Well, but you never know.
Well, you worry coming off a Bills game to where, you know, like it's kind of like last year when they went to L.A. coming off that Rams game when they threw the kitchen sink at them and just gave everything that they had, and you worry about getting up 2 weeks in a row. You know, it's tough.
But you got 10 days.
That is true.
And you would have lost the Bills game. It's not like you're coming off an emotional win.
Right. Yeah.
So I think the Jaguars game, I'm not going to guarantee. I don't guarantee anything with the Lions, but they should win that game.
So you got us sitting at 5-7, then we get to revisit the Vikings coming to Detroit.
Right.
And you think they're going to split that, so they lost there, so they're going to win this?
So they'll win this game, probably by 10 points.
6-7, Terry.
6-7. That's right.
If they're 6-7 at December 11th, we're going to be talking playoffs. We're going to be talking this team can get into the playoffs if they're 6-7.
I won't be.
You won't?
No, you've got to be above 500 for me to start talking.
They still got
playoffs.
4 more games to get there.
Well, I know, but I will talk about playoffs when they get above 500. Then I say, yeah, you know what? You got a shot.
At 6-7, they're in the hunt.
They're in the hunt, but this is just me.
Okay.
I got my own rules, which I'm entitled to have.
No, you must think like me.
Are you, Terry?
I have the only thought process in this building.
I don't talk playoff about any team that's below 500. That's just me.
Well, if they're 6-7 on December 11th, I'm going to be wearing T-shirts around here that say playoffs.
Okay.
And we're going to have that conversation. I'm going to force you into that conversation.
I'm not going to wear the shirt. That's all. You can wear your little damn shirt. I don't care.
I will. 6-7. Let's do this. Let's cover the last 5 games because obviously now that we're talking playoffs, baby, we need to figure out what's going to happen these past 5 games or these last 5 games of the season. And everybody in the chat right now, do you agree? Do you agree with Terry? Are they going to be sitting 6-7 at this point, or are they going to have a better record or a worse record? And those are your options, right? You got 3 of them. Agree, over, under of what Terry's saying right now.
Now Vegas is saying the over/under is 6. So if I'm a Vegas guy, they can't win another game.
Right.
Or they can win one more.
And Vegas had us at what last year going in like 5. I thought it was 5.
5.5.
Yeah, 5.5. So they only gave us a half game improvement going into this year?
Yeah. And the 4th worst record in the NFL.
Okay.
Because there's 3 people who talk. There's the NFL.
Right.
There's the fans. And then there's Vegas. And Vegas doesn't want to give their money away. So a lot of times Vegas knows things that the rest of us don't know.
Yeah, Vegas isn't there because they lose money. Like that,
they're scary.
Yeah, it's crazy how much, and you wonder if they even have influence on some of these things.
No, I know. In fact, I got a Vegas story.
Oh.
Do you know who Jason Whitlock is?
Yes.
Okay, Jason Whitlock.
You don't know who Whitlock is? Big dude.
No, I said, how do you not?
Oh, how do you?
Yeah, he's a fat guy. Anyway, we were covering a boxing match. I think it was Mike Tyson.
Okay.
So we're in Vegas, and so we would have breakfast together in the morning. And so he told me he was going to go play craps that night. So I said, all right, good. I said, good luck, but be careful. So when he comes back the next morning breakfast, he's walking like this, like he's all happy and everything. He said, man, they're giving money away here in Vegas. So what are you talking about? Man, I'm playing craps. I won $1,100. I'm like, all right. And then he said, how do they keep building all these buildings? Well, if they're just giving money away. I said, well, Jason, you got to be careful because they get their money back. So he said, I'm going back. I'm going to win another $1,100.
No,
I said, all right, fine. So anyway, breakfast, I get the breakfast before him the next day. And Jason's like 6'2", but when he's walking towards me, he's like 5'6", and he's walking all. I said, "What's wrong, dude?" He said, "Man, I not only lost my $1,100, but I'm $1,800 down." And I, being the great friend that I am, I said, "This is how they build all these buildings, because of dumbasses like you."
That's right. Let's go for that comp buffet.
Right.
That's all I go for.
Oh, buffets are great.
Yeah, I love Vegas for the buffets.
Yeah, so
and you can find spots with cheap drinks.
So the bottom line, Vegas doesn't give away their money.
No, they're building because they're making a lot of money off of a lot of stupid people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the thing you can't find anymore that I used to love, the $5 blackjack tables.
Yep.
I could sit on one of those suckers for hours, and I'm like, I'm only $5 down. That's a victory for me.
That is, because it's free entertainment. That's the way I look at it. When I gamble, like, I'll take money and I'm like, all right, I'm willing to lose this money because it's my entertainment money for the night.
What's your allotment every day?
Well, so when I used to work down at the Fisher Building, I used to do overnights for DRQ, and I'd get off at 6 a.m., still a little buzzed from being on the air, having, that energy that you need to have.
You can't immediately go to sleep.
Right, so I would swing by the casino, $60. I'd sit down with $60 at the $5 table, and if I double up and make it to like 120, I'd put that 60 right back in my pocket and play with the house's 60 and go from there. So I'd never walk out losing more than $60 ever. That's how I gamble.
I'm a $75 a day guy.
Okay.
That's as far as I want to go.
A day?
Damn, Terry.
That's not that much.
Terry balling out here. No, some guys put
Well, you're 60. It's only $15 more than you.
But you said a day.
A day?
Are you willing when you go to the casino? Are you willing to lose $60?
Yes.
Every day.
In a day? Yeah.
Every day.
I can't afford to lose 60 every day. That's $300 a week. That's $15K a year.
Okay, no, I'm not going every day.
Okay.
But when I'm on vacation, I'm like, okay, I can afford to lose $75 a day. Guess how much a show is? Show is $100.
Yeah, vacation money
I find me a
spends
man
different.
to pay for that. What do you mean?
Well, I can't do that.
I flash my ass.
Yeah, I don't have pretty hair like you. I just can't go. Oh, what's up?
Yeah, I tried to flash my ass to get a guy to buy me stuff. It did not work out. We got in a fight.
Oh, what's up?
You don't pay for drinks.
Hell no. What do I need to pay for drinks for?
It's because she's got nice hair. And you know who else gives you nice hair?
Lady James.
Hey!
Wow, what a
and that's where we
segue.
are in their world headquarters right here in downtown Birmingham. They have locations all over Metro Detroit. It's the weekend. You got to be looking good. So when you want to flirt with a girl like Maddie in the bar as she flips her hair, she ain't going to look over and be like, that dude needs a haircut. No. Come to Lady Jane's, get your haircut, look good this weekend so you can hit on girls at the bar. It's wicked awesome.
He's going deep, right side. Oh, that is Edwards out there. He goes up in the air at the goal line.
Hey, it's Brandon Edwards here, wanting to welcome the sports marketing agency to Woodward Sports Network, to the family. Glad to have you guys. For the last decade, the sports marketing agency has literally leveraged athletes around issues such as mental health and substance abuse.
Glad that we can finally start trying to get the stigma off of mental health that's been there for all these years.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Odds Trader is where you need to go to track all the lines that are going on. I love this website because what they do is they compile all the other gambling websites. They put their odds in one place so you can look at it and find out where you can get the better deal, where you can get a shaved half a point somewhere. This one's offering different. And Odds Trader, they do the thinking for you so you can be the smartest better that you are. So make sure you go to oddstrader.com right now. Check it out. They also have an app that you can download as well, and it helps you just see what's out there. It's kind of like, how Kayak for your travel site, something like that. Odds Trader is that for gambling. So go there, check it out, and get the best odds. All right, welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show on the Woodward Sports Network. We're going over the Lions schedule, which got released yesterday, officially released, the real schedule, not the fake schedule that was out a couple days before. And Terry's got the Lions sitting at 6-7 right now.
So
there's 4 games left.
Playoff contenders now.
If they're sitting 6-7 in December, they're definitely playoff.
Now, if the Lions are 6-7, are you going to be coming to the studio wearing no pants?
Sure, if that's what you want, Terry.
No, that's not what I want. But where do they have to be after 13 games for you to come in wearing no pants?
I'd be happy at 6-7. Like, as long as we're talking about playoffs this year, I'm gonna be like, all right, that's improvement, because we weren't even close to having that conversation
what if they're 8-5?
Oh my God, the year they started out 5-0, I almost flipped my own car in my parking lot and burnt it. Like, wow. I can't. You don't know what's gonna happen. I'm sure you have an idea of what's going to happen if the Lions ever not only win a Super Bowl, but a playoff game. This city's going to be insane. We've never seen it.
There's going to be a lot of dudes who have been unlucky their lives. They're going to have sex that night.
Ooh. Come on, Lions. Help out these dudes get laid. Come on. If you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for the dudes. Maddie, will you help them out too?
I can't help here. I'm so sorry.
Dudes, buy Maddie a drink at the bar, and that'll help.
That'll
help.
And even if you're a fat slob, you got a shot.
Right.
Hey, you know what? If you want to buy me a drink at the bar, I'll give you a conversation.
I mean, honestly, like, how drunk... We can speak candidly because we've been drunk together before. How drunk are we going to be if the Lions are winning playoff games? Like, what's that night downtown going to look like, Maddie?
We won't remember.
Exactly. With people we can't forget. Like, that's going to be a wild-ass time.
I've seen us on a regular weekday night.
Celebrating nothing.
Right. We're not going to remember if the Lions are winning.
Exactly. It's, oh, God.
Well, the thing is, if Maddie's going to limit me to $75 a day for gambling, she's not going to get drunk.
You can spend all the money you want to a day on me, Terry.
You're not going to get drunk downtown. The drinks are so expensive down there, you got to take a small loan.
That's why she doesn't pay for them.
Oh, that's right. You don't pay for it.
Not if you go to the right places, Terry.
I think between the three of us, we know enough bartenders where we could get away on a pretty cheap tab.
I concur. And if you're not doing a pipe bomb at Tin Roof, we can't be friends.
A pipe bomb?
Uh-oh.
What's in a pipe bomb?
I've never done a pipe bomb.
Yeah,
Looks
what's
like
in a pipe bomb?
Maddie's gonna slap some people.
That's their signature shot. They take a Red Bull, and it's like shotgunning a Red Bull, but they pour a little bit out and they pour liquor in it, and you shotgun it.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God, it's so good.
That's so much carbonation, though. I don't know if I could do that.
It's like this big, though.
What's wrong with that, Maddie?
Size matters.
This big is not big enough? The size of a Red Bull can isn't big enough?
Have you been to the locker room in Utica?
I have not.
They put you in a barber chair.
Hell yeah.
And they give you a shot and they shake you around.
Oh, I don't know that this is actually a bar. What are you talking about, Terry?
It is. Next time you're in Utica, which is probably never. Going to be. But you go to those... I
go to Da Francesca's, though, which is right down the street.
Do you go to see the Utica Unicorns play?
Never.
Baseball?
I love those names. I love minor league baseball team names.
And then they got the Woolly Mallet.
Yeah.
I need a Utica Unicorns jersey.
Yes.
But if you go to a game and then the locker room is right there, within walking distance, you can go... They put you in the barber chair.
You want me to go to the locker? Oh, you're talking about a different locker room. Okay,
yeah, he's talking about a bar of the locker room.
Yeah.
Okay, I was not following.
Maddie's head was in a completely different place. With a bunch of butt-ass
Terry, you was talking about the
real. You want me to just go to their locker room because that'll work out.
No. There's
and do a bunch of shots while you're there. Maddie should be
the locker room.
You should be our in-locker room reporter.
Say less.
And they give you drumsticks and you beat the bar and everything and make lots of noise.
I went to a bar in
That sounds like a
Scottsdale.
place I would hate.
I went to a bar in Scottsdale, and they had a midget bar. Like, it was built for a midget, and they had midget bartenders. It was one of my favorite nights of my life. Yeah. I had such a great time.
Were you having the duck all the time? Like this?
No, like, the building was normal size.
Oh,
They
okay.
just built the bar short for the midget bartender.
Why?
Why? Because
It's
you
a midget
can't pour
bar.
drinks like this.
Well, I know, but why have midget bartenders?
Why the hell not? They need jobs, Terry. What you got against midgets?
Well, aren't you supposed to? Well, my kids. Now wait a minute. My kids tell me.
Oh boy.
Because I grew up at a different time, that I can't use the term midget.
Oh, well, I just
here
did.
we go again. What do they like you to use?
Little people.
Little people.
I feel like that's worse.
You could still use.
Yeah,
no,
I feel like that's more
watch,
demeaning.
Seriously.
Hello,
the
you
seven
little person.
Johnsons, and they use the term little people.
Okay. But, like, there's technically a difference between a midget and a dwarf.
Yeah.
But they're both little people. So,
But
like,
we're not supposed to use the term midget. For instance, my daughter, who went to school in California, and it's different there.
Stanford.
When I went to visit her, she said, I have friends who do not identify as male or female.
Okay.
And I said, okay, I've abided by all your little silly rules, but if I see someone, that's either a dude or woman.
Uh-oh, Terry.
So I'm going to say
Yeah,
he or
Uh-oh,
she.
Terry, that's a dangerous
Put it in
comment.
reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse.
No him.
Hey.
Stay out. Get out.
How are we going to get canceled when Adam's not on the show? Like,
That would be the
That's
best.
going to be the biggest feat.
Do I have to call someone they?
I mean,
If that's their preferred
yeah,
pronoun.
Okay,
if that's
because
their
journalistically, they means
A group.
plural.
Yes.
One person can't be they.
They can be
but,
them.
But that's how they
One
how they
person can't
identify
be them.
Terry,
They
that's
can
how
be
they
us.
identify themselves as. They identify themselves as two different people.
Hey, you know what? I got away with it.
Yeah, I don't even use pronouns. I'm just like, hey. That's it. And that,
What's
way,
up?
that way you're
How about
covered. Hey, how are you?
What's up, Smooth?
Hey, what's up, person? Mm-hmm. Not little, but just person. Hello, average sized person.
Hi, human.
Hello, humans sharing this experience
Hello,
with me.
American citizen.
Cut T. Foss's mic off. Red alert.
What? What'd I do?
Nothing. You're being logical, and sometimes that just doesn't work. Let's get back into this Lions schedule.
Anyways,
Yeah, anyway.
Sports, football.
we skirted a little bit too far away from home.
All right, Terry, you got the Lions sitting 6-7. I'm hollering if that's happening. We're talking playoffs around here, and then they get the lowly Jets the next week, December 18th, 1 o'clock against the Jets, who should be improved with their rookie class. I mean, that's what happens when you got 3 first-round picks. You should
be.
cash in on some of those. But what are you thinking with the Jets?
I already know the narrative is going to be heading to that game. How come Robert Saleh is not the Lions head coach? So I think the Jets are going to do a little bit better. So we're going to hear all this Saleh stuff. But the bottom line, the Lions are going to go into New York and they're going to beat the Jets.
I love that. I think so, too. I think they should definitely beat the Jets. So now you got them at 500. Can we start having the playoff talk now?
You can.
Now we can. Okay.
I will allow it.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Uncle Terry.
You know what? I normally don't allow that, but you are such good children here. I'm going to allow it.
Yes.
Terry just called us good children. I can now live the rest of my life happy.
When Terry calls
Adam,
you a
shake
good
me
child
now.
or a black woman calls you baby, nothing warms
My
your heart.
parents never called me a good child, so thank you.
Yeah.
You don't mold him as your grandfather.
There's nothing like when an elderly black woman comes on, hi, baby. And you're like, oh, man. You can just
they do.
feel the love.
Right.
You can just feel the love.
And they're not, that is love now.
Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm. When they say baby, they mean it. All right, Lions, Panthers the next week. Are we going over 500, Terry? Are we going over 500?
The Detroit Lions will go. You know, one of my best friends is a Panther fan, and we always watch Panther games together. I think she's going to be in town, and every time we watch the game, the Panthers always win. The Panthers will defeat the Detroit Lions, and they will not be above 500. Sorry.
I don't like that, Terry. I don't like that at all. That's Christmas Eve. We can't get a win on Christmas Eve.
Hey, your present comes the next day.
Then we got New Year's day football for the NFL, which I absolutely love. Normally it's dominated by college football, but this year we're going to get some NFL games.
I'm not a fan.
You're not a fan of that?
No.
Well,
New Year's Day, I want my college football. I don't like the NHL playing on New Year's Day with the little
Oh, the
outdoor
Winter
game.
Classic. What the hell is wrong with you? You don't like the Winter Classic?
I love the Winter Classic. Don't play it on New Year's Day.
When
That's fair.
should they play it?
New Year's Day should be college football, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's it. You wake up with a hangover, you turn on the...
Play New Year's Eve. And then at the end of the game, have fireworks.
I like that.
Okay.
And end right at midnight. Bring in the new year.
Yeah. Okay.
That'd be fantastic. All right, so...
But
we're
Happy
7
New
and 8.
Year.
We're 7 and 8.
Happy New Year. The Lions will defeat the Chicago Bears.
So now we're 8 and 8.
Now you're 8 and 8.
Now we're 8 and 8 and undefeated in 2023, which I love.
Right. But you were eliminated from the playoffs.
At 8 and 8?
Yeah.
You think we're out of the playoffs at 8 and 8 already?
You never know how the league's gonna go.
All right. Well, the last game of the season, this one could be flexed to prime time because the time is TBD. Lions at Packers to end the season.
Because the Packers are not going to be as good as they are in the past, they're not going to rest their starters. The Lions will be defeated by the Green Bay Packers, and looks like I got them at 8 and 9.
8 and 9.
That's a good season.
Do you think that's a growth season? Like, is that the next stepping stone that you need? Would you be happy with 8 and 9?
I would be satisfied, yes, because if you go from 3 to 8, I think that's significant.
Right.
And the thing that Dan Campbell has to do, he can't just continue to say, rah, 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 come on, guys. He's got to show them wins.
Yep.
If he doesn't show them wins, then he will lose that locker room.
And I thought we were on the brink of that, honestly, last year. You know, like when he cried after the Minnesota game, I was like, oh man, the Lions broke Dan Campbell. Like, and it happened real quick. I was concerned at that point, but he showed that he was able to rally from that, and the team just kept playing harder and harder and harder, even though they had less and less and less to play for.
See, I think he was on the verge of losing the team when they played the Rams, and he didn't have to win that game, but the one thing he did, I'm going to do all these trick plays.
Yep.
I'm going to be very, very aggressive. And what that does is that invigorates a locker room. You didn't win the game, but you trusted these players to put them in tough situations, to put them in fun situations. And even though people say, well, they earn millions of dollars, they don't care. Yes, they do. Players like toys.
Right.
Dan Campbell gave the Lions lots and lots of toys for the Rams game. They were ahead, could have won. No, you did the fake kickoffs and onside
everything.
kicks.
They threw everything at them.
He threw everything but the kitchen sink.
Yep.
But you know what? That a locker room, if they come in like this, like, oh man, we got another week. They're like, oh really? We're gonna do this? Oh, it excites these guys. Now I know they're grown men, but you can give professional athletes toys and they love them.
They're grown men, but the majority of them are still 20-year-olds, right?
There's a lot of 27, 28.
I get that, but when I was 27, 28, I still needed entertainment. I still needed to have fun at my employ. And like you brought up the word fun, and yeah, you need to let these guys have fun. That football's hard, especially NFL football.
It is.
It's incredibly hard.
It's like Matt Patricia never let them have fun.
And you can't be that way, especially in today's day and age. Like the Bill Parcells way of coaching in the 80s doesn't really work today. It really doesn't. That's why all these young coaches are coming in with their fun offenses, getting teams to buy in. You know, you look at your Cliff Kingsbury, you look at the guy who just won the damn Super Bowl in LA. Like, they have fun.
Or how about this? What do you mean you want water?
Yeah.
We're not giving you any damn water.
Yeah, this isn't Bear Bryant in 1960.
Those old days are done.
Yeah, no, these players, they'll try harder for you if you try for them.
For instance, Wayne Fonts, you know what he used to do? Practices when it was hot?
Popsicles.
How do you not?
They take a popsicle break.
To me, that's one of the funniest things.
We should have popsicle breaks during the show.
Yeah, just like a bunch of 52 grown-ass men just sitting there like, all right, let's go play football.
Yeah, but they give them the little tiny pops. You know how you had the double popsicle?
Oh, yeah.
They only get one.
When I was 27, 28, we used to have the freezy pops that, you just cut off the top.
And then
hell
you
yeah.
get
How do you
all
not?
the blue or red all over your lips.
Yeah.
What popsicle? What's your flavor of choice?
Grape.
That's my number 2.
I like lime. I'm a lime guy.
Lime is very good too.
popsicles?
Oh yeah.
Is that the green one?
Yeah,
Did you
that-
identify lime
yes.
as green?
No. His lime is the light green one, not the dark green.
But it's the
the
one you
dark
split
green?
in two. It's got
Yeah.
the two.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's the good stuff.
I'm a strawberry or cherry guy.
Okay. All right, Terry.
Yeah. No,
but
I like grape.
Grape is good for me.
Well, you know what else is good for you
What?
and tastes delicious? Cintron.
Cintron.
Oh, yeah.
Cintron, the energy drink that you need to get through the day. I definitely will
Oh, no,
need it to get
that's
through the
right.
day. I did not get the bullpen call till late last night, and I was already out having some fun. So, yeah, today's going to be a fun day here. And right now, Kroger has Cintron available for you.
Good thing there's a Kroger behind you.
I know. I can't wait. Just $4 will get me 2 Cintrons, and they're
Heyo.
delicious. They'll get you that energy. Plus, they also have some health drinks and water as well. I will need the water to hydrate myself. Pistons, Red Wings, Tigers, DCFC. They are the official sponsor. So go make sure you get your Cintron today at Kroger.
Hi, I'm Kay Cunningham. Working with Hall Financial to purchase my first home was easier than I could have ever imagined. They treated me like family from start to finish. Find out for yourself at callhallfirst.com.
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the OddsTrader bet tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to OddsTrader, and best of luck.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Well, it's 9:22, so you know what time it is. I'm thinking about what I'm having for lunch, and all I can think about is some fresh, juicy, hormone-free chicken from Wing Snob. They've got the best traditional wings in the game. Try out their signature sauces, Jamaican jerk or lemon pepper. Their wings are tossed to perfection. In any sauce that you may choose, when the wings are this good, you are allowed to be a snob. Order online now at wingsnob.com. Wingsnob, we just have better wings.
And they do. They're absolutely delicious. I love Wing Snob. I may get that for lunch today.
My
and speaking
wife
of juicy,
approved. We were going to this wing place, and because she wanted wings, the place was closed because they had electrical issues. So I told her, I have to go. I'm going to another place. She says, "Hell no! I want my wings from this other place. I don't know. I don't even know the name of it." So she's like fighting me. I said, "I'm getting this chick wings." So I went to Wing Snobs, got her the barbecue. It was, what is that? Not the
honey barbecue?
The honey barbecue.
Yeah.
That was it. And then she likes half of them plain. And so I'm like giving her the wings, like shaking my. Okay, she's gonna throw these wings at me, but she started eating them and said, "These are great." She ate the whole thing.
Are you a flats or a drum guy?
I need a mixture.
Okay, I like the flats. I'm a flat guy.
Flats are good.
Yeah,
but the flats have a lot of the blood vein in them.
I'm okay. I'm a carnivore. It's all right.
Okay.
I'll eat it. Jeff, Juicy Jeff. Speaking of juicy wings, Juicy
Or
Jeff is
Jazzy
here.
Jeff.
Oh, I liked when we used to call him Juicy.
Yeah, you got the juicy, the
right.
jazzy. I mean, you mix it up.
Jeff, we went through the entire season for the Lions. Terry has them sitting at 8-9. Do you want to make your bold ass prediction right now?
I mean, I don't know if it's bold. I said 7-10, but 8-9 you guys did. I mean, that sounds realistic. I think anything, honestly, minimum of 6 is fair. I don't mind the people that think it's 10-7. I love the enthusiasm, but I ended up, when I did the predictions, I sat with Adam and Terry this week, I believe, and I went through 8-9. So that was my same prediction. I think that's
okay.
fair.
We see eye to eye.
Yep.
Now I got a critical question for you, not Piston related, not what are we talking about? Oh, Lion related. How old are you?
I'm 21. Turning
Yes,
22.
I am drunk. 21.
Yep.
Do you like baseball?
I don't mind it. I don't watch it, but I'll go. If I got to go in person, it's way more exciting.
And that's the average response. Like, I don't mind it, but I don't watch it.
But you know why he's going. He's going there for the beer and the girls.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I can see Jeff sipping out of one of those frozen drinks that are like 3 feet tall.
It's just like baseball games are the best. I mean, baseball games are the best. Like, you could take, like, I'll take my girlfriend there. You take your friends there. It's good to go out there and have fun, get some drinks. But
it's a day at the park. It's
day
nice.
at the park. Yeah, but watching it at home, it just doesn't bring me the same excitement as the other sports that I watch. That's just me.
Yeah, really, playoff baseball is the only time you get that every pitch intensity. Other than that, it's just kind of all right, let's get through these 3-hour games.
What if they do a 14-second pitch count?
Ugh, stop trying to make it for the younger people. If they don't want to watch, don't watch.
Would you be more inclined?
I'm more inclined. I mean, like you said, playoff baseball. I'll watch the World Series, but 14 seconds, I don't think that'll, that alone will bring me to watch. Because honestly, if I'm watching it, not watching it before, the 14 seconds isn't going to entice me. But I don't mind it.
I think maybe they just shortened to 7 innings. That may solve a lot of problems.
All right, let's not turn into Little League baseball.
See, you get all the baseball purists who get angry.
Okay, yeah, but they're banning the shift. They're changing extra innings. They're putting a clock. They're using a robot to call balls and strikes.
Younger people.
The baseball purists have lost. It's over. I guess so. It's over. You've lost it. Like, there's no sense in fighting, trying to keep this antiquated game, trying to move it into the 2020s. Like, it doesn't happen.
Juicy over here, 17 years old. What must baseball do to win you back or to win you over?
More fights.
Honestly, wouldn't mind fights. I think it's hard to say because for me, it's just all about taste. Like, I know people that are my age or younger that love baseball. Like, one of my best friends is a huge baseball fan. So I don't think it's necessarily the age. I think it's just how you come up. Like, when the Tigers were good, I was a teenager. I was living. There was a part when the Tigers were really good. I was living in Georgia. I moved, so I wasn't even in the state at the time. And then now that I'm back, they haven't been that good since. So I think that's a big reason too. If they were, contending, I think I'd be watching like everybody else in Detroit. But
here's a telling comment by Juice's Ghost: baseball is meant to be in the background while you do stuff, sitting on a porch, taking a nap. He puts in there, and that's the level of excitement you get when you're watching. Hey, baseball's made for you to take a nap too. It's like that's not winning.
No, it's not. But for a lot of times, you're doing stuff in the house. See, when you get a house, you're going to have to do housework and stuff. Mm-hmm. Or maybe you're cooking something. And then if a player comes up who's hot, you stop and watch that guy bat.
And then he'll end up striking out.
Right. Yeah. For instance, in the last few years, who are must stop? Miguel Cabrera was a guy that you would stop to watch bat.
Yep.
Last year, for a while, Akil Baddoo may have been that guy.
When Verlander was here, must see JV. Every time he touched the ball, you didn't know if he was going to throw a no-no.
You got to watch the whole game.
That's fine for me, at least. But yeah, did you ever watch any of Verlander's like no hitters or anything like that?
No.
See, isn't that crazy, Jerry?
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Well, Jeff, we brought you in here to talk basketball, and we're going to do that next right here on the Woodward Sports Network. But first, let me tell you about Sticker Genius. You see the beautiful wall behind us. You see the stickers behind me on the window. They absolutely do it all. And that's why you got to go to Sticker Genius if you got any project at home or your office. I've had somebody hit me up like, hey, will they wrap my office? Hell yeah, they were. Go to stickergenius.com. They have custom reusable stickers, signs, and more. And we got to thank them for doing our studio in less than 24 hours. Yeah! Stickergenius.com. Get there. Cintron is the official energy drink of the Red Wings, proud partners of the Detroit Pistons, and exclusively served at Little Caesars Arena. If you're looking for premium ingredients, long-lasting energy, balanced hydration, essential vitamins, and great taste, Cintron is your top choice.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
I'm just on camera.
Welcome back to the Woodward Sports Network. We are live right now on YouTube. Thank you to everybody who's liked, who's subscribed, and also everybody who's downloaded our app and listening on the app. Make sure you download it today. Dan Hutchinson, Stick is such a homer. Yeah, welcome to the club, buddy. Like,
what's wrong with that?
Are you new here?
Yeah, what's wrong with
why
that?
do you think we started a Detroit? Right.
During the 13-1 season, said the Lions going to win 6 in a row at some point.
I did. I was wrong with my opinion. Oh,
that
my
does
God.
Yeah, it
How
happens.
dare you?
And I got to make fun of him.
Right.
Oh, boy.
And now Terry's got him going 8-9 this year. So guess what, Terry? Your balls are on the table.
Oh, Terry's balls.
Sure. Oh.
You know what?
The clock waits.
My
just
balls
sitting
are
there.
always on the table. They're used to it, man. Those are brass balls now, dude.
Yeah, but I'll fully admit I'm a homer. Like, that's why we started Woodward Sports, because I love sports. I love Detroit sports specifically. Like, I could never do sports coverage in another city. Because I don't have the stories from like 30 years ago about the Timberwolves.
Right.
You know, like I don't know that history.
But there's someone in Minnesota that is just as
But
enthusiasm
you know what?
as
Who cares about the Timberwolves' history? Nobody.
But people
Someone in Minnesota does.
No, they don't care. No, they care about the Minnesota North Stars.
Oh, how do you not?
That's what they care. They go way back. They don't care.
I love fandom. I appreciate it. As long as you're accountable. Like Stick's like he'll know it. Even if he says he'll win 6 straight, if they don't, he wants to smoke. Like he'll face it.
Well, because
and that's what I respect.
I always to steal my boy D-Max word, I always put a caveat. And the caveat was for that 6th game, if all things go right.
Oh yeah.
And that's your fallback. Well, all things didn't go right. So
You know what that is?
It's true.
That's like when you drive by McDonald's and said, "We're hiring. We're paying up to $15 an hour."
Yep.
Which means nobody's making $15 an hour except like 1 or 2 people that have been there like 80 years, and they start you at $12.50 and like, well, damn.
Right.
I thought you said no, it was up to $15 an hour.
Well, and part of the reason why we started Woodward Sports, too, is we were sick of hearing the same old negative-ass opinions from the only sports outlet in town. Like, they dragged my teams for years, and I'm a positive guy. Even though the Tigers suck right now, I can say, hey, Scribble had a nice outing. They can't even say that. It's all just bash, 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 negative, negative, negative.
Yeah.
Like, let's move forward. I know bad. I can see it. Like, I'm not trying to polish up a turd here. We can all acknowledge it, but let's focus on some good.
Right.
Imagine
I used to be
that
one
as
of
a
those
concept.
guys.
Yeah, you were part of that crew, the negative crew.
Yeah,
But I just call it like I see it.
Right.
And I respect that.
But you're logical with your takes. It's not just hate for hate's sake, right?
Yeah, I don't hate anybody.
Exactly. Like you're smart with your takes. Some people that work at the opposing network, they're just clickbait. That's all they're doing is just trying to say something outlandish so people will actually listen.
Or they're trying to emulate certain people.
Yeah. All right.
So
Well,
that happens too.
Nobody can emulate Jeff, especially when it comes to basketball. We got some playoff games going on tonight. Jeff, how you feeling? Let's go. Let's talk about the Grizzlies first. You think they're going to win by 50 points again?
Well, no.
Good God.
And I will say this. Draymond talked about it, and this is why I love athletes nowadays, because Draymond has a podcast that he does right after the game, every game.
Mm-hmm.
And he talked about the loss, obviously ugly loss, but he said that it was difficult game planning for a team that doesn't have a guy like Ja because obviously his ball usage rate. Now you have a team that everybody's touching the ball. It's hard to defend them. So he came out and publicly said that. I don't think the Warriors, they're going to win at home. I mean, they're going to be at home in San Francisco. They're going to be motivated, and I think they're going to get the job done. Absolutely.
Now, that was a classic. We don't give a damn.
Yeah.
We got 3 chances to close out this series. We're not doing it tonight, so why expend all our energy?
And it's funny because they lost by 50, and it's almost they were disrespecting Memphis by just not trying.
Right.
Like by toying with them.
And they threw up the white flag pretty early. I mean, they took out Steph Curry after 25 minutes. They took Clay out. I mean, they pretty much just said, F it, we'll go to the next game. I mean, you see 50, but It was a loss. A loss is a loss. Whether it's 20, 50, 30, I mean, you still lost.
It is disappointing, though, because the way the series started out with the first couple games, it's like, I want 7 of these. I don't want 7 of those.
Yep,
I don't want any more of those.
You won't get another one of those.
Yeah, I've never seen that in the playoffs in my entire life.
But you have gotten a lot of blowouts lately. I mean, there has been a lot of blowouts in this NBA playoffs. That's what's kind of like last night. It's like you got Phoenix blowing out Dallas, and then Dallas blows out Phoenix. Like it's confusing. It really is.
Well, a game-to-game operation going on in the playoffs, and that's where the coaching and moving parts comes around. And basketball is such a rhythm sport.
And people caring.
Yeah, people caring.
Sometimes you don't care.
But I gotta say something because I was watching Philly.
Say it, Jeff.
This is what does it. This is why sometimes I'm thankful, and I get it. Philly, big sports city, passionate fans. But how in the hell? And Terry, maybe you can help me with this. You trade away Ben Simmons because he won't shoot in an elimination game.
Get him out of Ben
He won't
Simmons.
shoot. He
Stay
refuses
out.
to. And you get James Harden, who took 2 shots in the second half in an elimination game last night. Took 1 shot in the fourth quarter. What the hell? I mean, you traded for a guy that won't shoot, younger, with obviously a complete game, will not shoot, for James Harden, who had one of the prolific seasons of all time, refuses to shoot. I mean, I don't understand what's going on in Philly. Is it Doc Rivers?
Did you see Embiid's quote about James Harden after the game?
I did.
And I thought that was almost disrespectful. Like, you guys think this is Houston James Harden. We don't have Houston James Harden. I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. He's more of a distributor
But you
now.
don't say it. I mean,
But,
like
you don't say it.
No. He's not saying he's more of a distributor. He's kind of saying he sucks.
Yeah, he's saying he ain't that dude anymore.
Right.
That's literally, like, this is over the hill James Harden is
And
essentially.
didn't James Harden, I think, mentally is jacked up. He had a really bad game. Then he turns around and has a good game, and then another bad game. He probably...
It's a classic Doc Rivers coach team.
He doesn't know what to
Death
do.
taxes and
you know
Doc
who else
Rivers
did that?
losing a series he shouldn't.
Kobe Bryant did that one time against Sacramento. He wouldn't shoot during the playoffs.
He was doing that to prove a point, though.
Yeah.
That was a little different. Kobe
And
was
maybe
like, fine,
James
y'all
Harden
don't need me?
Maybe James Harden was trying to prove a point.
What point? That he's done?
No, I think that he was coming off a bad game, so he's like, okay, I'm not going to shoot.
Yeah,
I think it
seemed
that's
like
a
he was
loser
coasting.
mentality.
It seemed like he was just coasting through the game.
Yep.
And then with Doc Rivers, I mean, I don't know what to think of Doc Rivers. I mean, not only has he blown the most leads in NBA history for coaches in terms of 3-1, but he comes out after the game and says he's just full of excuses. And I just hate coaches like that. The first thing he says out of his mouth was, nobody expected us to be here. Are you joking me?
Right.
Are you? You are not.
Weren't you
Memphis.
projected to win the East?
They prepared the last 15 years to be there.
Yeah.
That's the process. Trust the process.
It always, and maybe that's, again, Philly, tough. They were booing him at home. And that's what I love about Philly in a way, because they don't give a flying F. They'll boo you even if you're down, whatever, up. It does not matter. So when Doc came out after in that press conference, it just confused me. I mean, you have James Harden, who's refusing to shoot. You got a coach who won't take accountability. And then you have Joel Embiid, who's not a leader, who's forced to be a leader and has to call out James Harden. It's a mess in Philly.
So you got the Warriors winning tonight?
I do.
Ending this series?
Yep.
Putting them out of their misery?
Put them out.
Celtics Bucks. This has been a fun series.
It's a tough one.
I love this series. I love it. Does it remind you of like old school basketball? How they're letting these guys get physical?
That's the one series.
Yeah.
But I always like to go with the best player, and that's Giannis. I think Milwaukee will beat.
And the fact that Giannis is doing this without Middleton, too, his Robin to his Batman, like, it's just even speaking more to his greatness, I think.
Yeah, he's going to go down as a top. I mean, right now, man, he's going to go down as a top 15, top 12 player. Like at the end, when it's all said and done, he has plenty of basketball left in him, and just how dominant he is. You talked about it, and talked about this with Brandon a little bit yesterday. When the Boston Celtics faced up with the Brooklyn Nets, you could tell Kevin Durant. I mean, in the Brooklyn Nets as a whole, they were just a little bit shook. Like that defense caught them off guard. Giannis, yes, he had a bad game one. Since then, he's adjusted. He's so dominant, so physical. It's almost like, yes, you can slow Giannis down, but come on, he's still going to get close to 40 points a game. I mean, he's the best player in the world.
Here's the thing we have to decide.
Yeah.
We have to decide. Before Giannis, I believe the best power forwards in history were Tim Duncan and Karl Malone. So now we got to say, okay, where do we throw Giannis in that? Because he's not a center.
No.
But do we elevate him above one or both of those guys, or he's just right behind?
To me, he's above Malone, easy.
So for right now, even though he was not a spectacular guy, Tim Duncan is still one. I'm going to put Giannis ahead of Karl Malone.
Yeah.
I agree with you right there. That's a good list.
I mean, to me, Karl Malone's trash. I don't like Karl Malone. So, besides
trash might be a little strong.
Yeah, he's trash, man. And he went and chased his ring in L.A. and we smacked that ring out of his hand. The only thing he's done good for Detroit is give us his daughter when she played for the Shock.
True.
That's true.
And so I appreciate Karl Malone for that. Otherwise, you trash, homie.
And the thing about Giannis, he stacked his resume so early. Like, he has multiple Defensive Player of the Years. He has now multiple MVPs. He's in that LeBron conversation where every year he's in the MVP conversation.
Right.
Like, every year. This year he could have won it. Last year he could have won it. Jokic won both years. So he's on kind of in a different echelon right now. So that's probably why I'm the most excited about Giannis, because he's not done. He still has 10 years left. He can get a couple more stacks of accolades up. He has an NBA championship. He led them to. He didn't have to leave to get it.
He stayed home, right?
Yes.
We discussed that yesterday.
That's going to play a big role.
That matters.
He stayed in Milwaukee, right?
Yeah, that matters.
Well, we discussed that yesterday. Look at all the teams that are left in the playoffs right now. They're all homegrown through the draft, stayed there, not trying to form some super team, and they're doing it the right way. And I think this younger generation of players, we talked about this, that's more of the motive because they grew up in the LeBron James era where he's jumping teams, and it's kind of become a slap in the face to be that type of player, a ring chaser. Before it used to be, just go get your ring. Oh, he doesn't have a ring. Now it's like, how did he get his ring? That comes into the equation.
Maybe Kate Cunningham will have the cachet in a few years to attract somebody to chase a ring here.
I think he will.
You never know.
Yeah. I think he will. So who do you got? Celtics or Bucks tonight? Bucks close it out?
I picked the Bucks win the series, and I feel like in a way this could end up very well like the Mavericks and the Suns, where they force a Game 7. So I'm not going to sit here and say pound my hand and say the Bucks will win, but I'm going with the Bucks if I'm betting.
Going with the Bucks.
I think the Bucks close it out.
I could have the Bucks and the Celtics in the NBA Finals, and I would enjoy that. I know it's not possible, but I would say I'm good.
I think the winner of this series goes there, so we'll see. I mean, two of the best teams, in my opinion, in the East. But Miami's there, too. They're creeping.
You know what I would enjoy, Terry?
Something to drink.
Big Boy.
Oh, I love
Strawberry
Big Boy.
Fest. Something. Yes, I would enjoy something. But really, that strawberry pie from Big Boy, they dropped some off yesterday. $1.99 right now. Make sure you get it. It's just like a rite of passage here in Michigan in the summertime. Get you to that Strawberry Fest. Plus, they have the strawberry bacon chicken wrap. They got the waffle, which Maddie poured that syrup all over. It was looking damn good yesterday. Make sure you get to Big Boy. It's delicious. They're sponsoring the Woodward Sports Network. They're a local company. We love them for all that they're doing, and we got some live broadcasts coming up at Big Boy soon. So for your lunch today or over the weekend, stop by Big Boy and be a part of Strawberry Fest.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
At Wingsnub, staying humble's not our forte. We just have better wings. We're back at it again with our crispy golden brown fries and our famous boneless wings. Juicy, tender, hormone-free chicken. Your favorite signature sauces with no bone. Just when you thought Wingsnob couldn't get any better. Order online at wingsnob.com today. Wingsnob. We just have better wings.
Putting on a show here, and that's how you answer. We love our sports. We just wish they'd love us back. Detroit sports for Detroit sports fans. Woodward Sports.
If you are looking to stay safe and have peace of mind, look no further than Guardian Alarm. That's where they have 24/7 local monitoring so that they know what's important to you is safe. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT today for peace of mind. That's right, you heard Fish. 1-800-STAY-OUT and let them know that Woodward Sports sent you.
That are idiots.
Welcome back to the Woodward Sports Network. Thank you to everybody listening on the Roar right now, 99.1, 93.5, and of course 94.7 HD2. Everybody that's downloaded our app. My name is Stick, filling in for Adam today because Adam's under the weather. Terry Foster in the house. Fish is here. Maddie's here, and of course the sexual Alex Westfall. Yes, sexual and sensual.
He's sexual healing.
Yeah, the quiet ones. Those are the ones you got to worry about, Maddie. You got to worry about the Westfalls of the world.
I've never been quiet, so I don't know what that's like.
Yeah, this
No,
guy over
we're talking about the ones trying to lure you, the quiet ones.
Well, that's just creepy.
Terry knows what I'm talking about.
Just kind of snuggle up.
Yep.
All of a sudden, she doesn't realize you're there, and you're inside of her love zone.
What?
Inside of her what?
And she doesn't even realize what happened.
Put the what in the what?
That's because I was quiet. It's called the stealth.
All right.
He knows what's happening.
It's called what?
The stealth.
Have you experienced
okay.
that, Terry? Is that why you know so much, or it's just?
I had my moments.
Have you
back in the
stealthed
day.
some ladies, Terry?
You know, back in the day, maybe. I'm retired from all that.
Oh, okay.
See, I'm back in the game.
Yeah, you are.
I just got back in the game after like 15 years, and it's
High five.
I haven't had to stealth anybody, but I'm gonna put that in my playbook.
See, I'm out the game. When I go to the bar, the women call me Mr. and Sir.
Oh,
damn right they do.
Once that happens, that means you out the ball
do
game.
you still
officially.
get the? Do you still get the head rub?
That's not true.
That's not true because Mister
not
can
true
turn
at
into
all.
Daddy real quick.
Oh.
Well, there's daddy and then there's daddy.
Maddie's, please explain the difference.
Yeah, I'm gonna hard pass on that one this morning. I know it's Fetish Friday, but we're not gonna go there.
It's also Bourbon Friday. You gonna have some bourbon today?
Yeah.
Oh.
The 103
are you gonna
Club.
invite me this time?
I invited you yesterday, and you were like, "Oh,
Yeah,
I gotta
sounds
go.
about right,
I gotta go
actually.
wash my hair."
What?
So I'm like, "Forget her then."
So Terry, I wanted to ask you a question, and we can go around
Yes,
the room
sir.
too. I know we've had the discussion of what's your favorite Detroit sports event that ever happened, and we normally refer to that as like a win, a championship win, a big playoff win, Maglio's home run with the A's. But outside of like those marquee moments, what has been like your favorite experience at a sporting event?
So I have to take all marquee experiences out of it.
You don't have to, but those are typically.
Well, you just said I did.
I think that's the easy thing to go to, right?
All right. So what you're saying is take all the exciting stuff out of it. What's your most exciting Detroit sports? You know, how am I supposed to answer that?
Okay,
somebody help me.
I'll tell you how I would answer
Okay.
that, right? So I went to an interleague game with my dad, and it's one of my favorite memories of my life. Like
Okay.
I was broke at the time. I had like $200 in my bank. And I was like, Dad, let's go to a Tigers game. I walked up, and I was just gonna get like $15 tickets, but I was like, you know what? You don't get many opportunities with your dad to go to a ball game. So I spent I think it was like $65 per ticket to sit right behind the dugout. And it was the interleague game against the Cubs.
Cubbies.
Yep. Ryan Rayburn ends up hitting a 9th inning walk-off. Now, it was like game 97 of the season. There wasn't a championship. But if you ever ask me about my favorite sports memory, that's going to be it. Because I was sitting like 10 rows up with my dad, who's since then passed away, so it's even a more cherished memory. But that's what I'm talking about. Something beyond, in 04 when they won the championship, it's like, yeah, of course that's a great memory. But outside of that, was there ever like something that you experienced that was really cool, really different? That's what I mean by the question.
When I was a child, I had two things. One, I went to the Tigers game at Tiger Stadium with Aunt Margot. And she loved the Yankees, so she would always get us tickets for one of the Yankee games late in the season.
Okay.
So by the time the Yankee season the Yankee game happened, this was 1968, the Tigers were one game from clinching the pennant. So we were at the game, and it was exciting. There's this pitcher named Joe Sparma.
Okay.
And he would walk like 6 or 7 dudes a game. He didn't walk anybody that night, which was a miracle. The Tigers beat the Yankees. I think it was 2-1, and they clinched the pennant. And so I got, as a kid, jumping up and down, yay, and everybody's blowing their horns and stuff. And I saw one of the most amazing things that night that you wouldn't think of today. It was the first time I ever saw a white guy and a black guy hug each other.
Really?
It was outside of Tiger Stadium.
That was the first time in your life.
First time in my life. Now, to put context to that,
right?
The year earlier, 1967, I went to the game with Aunt Jerry.
Okay.
And a white guy and a black guy got into this huge argument outside of Tiger Stadium in the same spot where the white guy and the black guy hugged. And they were talking about racism and how Detroit is racist. And so the black guy punched the white dude, knocked him out, and the scary part is he was shaking on the ground like he was doing like one of those
convulsions. Yeah.
And so this guy just left. So that's why the 68 game was most, and I got to blow the horn when we were driving home.
Nice.
So that was a great memory.
See, that's exactly the type of story I wanted.
Now, another great memory.
Hold on, before we get there, for anybody who hasn't seen a black guy and a white guy hug,
and you're still not.
that's my point.
I was really hoping that he was going to deny your hug. Like he's
punch
like,
me and knock me out.
You're still not going to see a black guy and a white guy hug. Not today.
That's the Joker part of me. I'm trying to add levity.
It was an unwarranted hug.
But still, that's an important moment.
Right.
It is.
I've never hugged you before.
They didn't get it, Fish.
I know, these losers. We got more losers in here. How do you know?
What did we miss?
It was an unwarranted hug.
An unwarranted hug?
Oh my! End the show. Mute the mics. Goodbye.
What the hell's an unwarranted hug?
The Chris Paul Maverick Suns. Chris Paul got into a big fight with Dallas Maverick fans because they quote unquote
We don't even remember
unwarranted
that.
hug.
They
That
were
was like
trying
2
to
days
give his
ago.
wife an unwarranted hug. And
is that what that whole?
Yeah. It was 2 days. 2 days ago. You can't remember 2 days ago?
Unwarranted hug?
Yeah, that's what they called it. Yeah.
An unwarranted hug.
Yeah.
That is the softest accusation I've ever heard in my life. you gave me an unwarranted hug.
These are
I
crack
must
children.
fight now.
Crazy.
Crack children.
You're calling us crack children or that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
children.
All right, coming
I'm
up
fine being
next, we're
called
going to do
crack children.
mailbag. So get your
Get your
comments.
questions
Get your
in the
comments
chat.
in. If you got anything for Terry, myself,
up.
Maddie, Fish, or the sexual Alex Westfall, put it in the comments. And yeah, we will address that when we come back. But first, let me tell you about my bookie. It's right there below me. It's about to be surrounding me too. And if you're looking to bet on any of these NBA games or these great NHL games that have been going on, make sure you go to mybookie.com. And if you're someone that's signing up for the first time, make sure you enter promo code Woodward because we will hook you up. So they will match part of your first deposit. So go to mybookie.com right now and make some money this weekend on these playoff games. It took exploring 50 different formulas and hosting countless taste tests, but we believe Gypsy Vodka is the smoothest vodka on the market. Don't believe us? Ask the owners.
We're Mike and Adam Kazanowski with High Five Spirits Distillery. We're in close to about 1,200 locations throughout Michigan. We wanted to create a brand that was geared more towards freedom, love, adventure, and at the end of the day, we really wanted to tell a story that inspired other people to take risks, follow their dreams, whatever that might be.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us on the Morning Woodward Show here on the Woodward Sports Network. It is mailbag time, everybody. So make sure you get your questions in the chat. Let's see if we've got a good one to start with.
I see one. How much
Okay.
does it cost to buy you a drink, Maddie?
Well, it depends.
I was gonna say, well, that's an
Where
odd
are
question.
we?
Well, yeah, what bar are you at?
If I'm at Bakersfield, I'm getting a spicy marg. It's about $12.
Yep. But if you're at a dive bar, I'll take a PBR and it's $2.
I was going to say exactly. Or if you go to the Fooling Warehouse, you can
That's
get me a
right.
beer from the Mystery
I do
Beer Machine
not.
for just $2.
And then he's an adventurous guy too, because it's a mystery. See, both things can be true.
Hey, that's from 11
Spencer,
to
you
1.
spelled mail wrong. It's M-A-L-E. Would I rather fight D-Mac or Joik Bell?
Oh.
God.
Okay, so Joik, you'd actually have a chance.
Huh?
Joik, you'd have a chance. D-Mac, you die. So probably Joik.
See, I'm thinking.
Are you in the fight to win it or to be spectacular and get destroyed?
Well, you're in the fight to stay alive, I would hope.
I think you're better off fighting Joik.
Yeah.
See, I disagree.
Well, I'll go ahead.
Okay,
and I'm
have
gonna-
you
Tell me
seen-
why. Tell me why. I mean, I know
Because-
D-Mac's a trained fighter.
Yeah, have you seen him punch someone?
I have.
D-Mac
25 years ago.
D-Mac
Recently he punched
was
someone.
trained at Kronk Gym.
Oh,
That's it for
all
me.
right. That's it. Okay.
I'm not making fun of him. He can do whatever he wants.
I'm just thinking, like, I played softball with Joik, and Joik is still a polished athlete. Like, he is still a beast. And, like,
He's a brick house.
We went into, like, jump, after a catch, and, like, and dude almost knocked me the hell over. Like,
Yeah,
he
but-
is a powerful man.
but can he
D-Mac
punch?
is also, like, And I always like to think that I have a puncher's chance at any of these fights, because
No.
if I land one of these,
You don't, man.
Not
You lost
D-Man.
the easy, man. Just be quiet.
a wrestling match. I lost a wrestling match to Easy, and when a 300-pound man is laying on top of you, putting that titty in your mouth,
You said you're gonna kick the fat man's ass.
Yes, as you
Anyway.
should have.
if we could
you should have
spar,
walked around.
if I could work this reach, because that's my advantage. That's my advantage. My height, my reach.
So
But
the answer is
God, I think it's disrespectful to say I could beat any of them because I love both of them. But
Well, you can't beat any of them. Just say who would you
don't
rather
tell me
fight?
what I can and can't do.
You lost the Easy.
I
Yes,
lost a
you
wrestling
did.
match to Easy.
Yeah, but that's your fault. That's
No, I went into his dojo. I went to his
Yes,
arena.
exactly.
No.
That's your
You
fault.
lost the Easy in a minute 30 seconds.
Yeah, because he decided
Because
to play
Easy
Easy's
just laid
game.
on the ground and my ADD kicked in. I got bored and I went to the ground.
Yeah, see, that's your fault. If you would have played a smart,
If this was a real street fight, have you ever been in a bar in a real street fight and the guy just freaking lays on the cement? No, that's not a good strategy.
No, you're supposed to do one of these.
Yeah, you at least
Bam.
throw a couple punches before you go to the ground. But Easy will take me on the ground. Standing up, different story.
Well, you should have made it a
George
boxing
Bell
fight then.
or Darren McCarty. Who would you rather fight?
5.
It's so
Four,
stupid to say that I
three,
could beat Darren
two.
McCarty.
Nobody said you could beat anybody.
he just said
But
Darren McCarty.
All you want to do is survive.
I can't wait till he gets here.
I know. D-Mac, where are you,
He's
man?
gonna walk through this door
He's gonna
and
walk
be
in
like,
right now and just punch me in my face.
content.
Right, when he punched Andy Isaac in his face.
What's the the Isaac guy?
Yeah, I was referring
he
to
punched
that.
his tooth
Andy,
out.
Yeah, he
And
did.
there was a screen. He was punching the screen.
I was
They were
there.
punching him.
Plexiglass.
The best part about that story is like every take before then, D-Mac was coming in with the right, which is his weak hand.
And then it came in
And then
with the
all
left.
of a sudden, for that last take, he switched left and connected with his strong hand.
Well, they wanted to switch.
God,
to
I don't even want to answer this question. I don't think I could
You
beat
already
either.
did.
I don't think I could beat either of them, but I think
I
at
agree.
this point in my life, I'd have a better chance at D-Mac.
I'm thinking of like I just like look at Joik and he's just a brick house, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gonna take the other path.
Everybody's saying I haven't been to a gym in years. I know.
Wow.
You don't have to tell me that.
He goes to Planet Fitness. What do you mean?
I just got my black card membership there, so I'm gonna start going to Planet Fitness. But no, I'm a
Okay.
tall, skinny dude.
Next question, because I think we'll all have different answers, and I think it'll be fun. What is the best bar downtown Detroit?
Ooh, well, that's such a.
It is hard.
See, when everybody asks me these types of questions, I need. What are we looking for? What's our night out entail?
We are like. It's
Am I going date night? Am I going live music?
This
Am I
is
going
like you're
club?
going out. You want to have a good time. Like you might be with your friends. I go out by myself, so
Right.
I don't have friends.
I mean, I love that little area right there by Comerica Park. Like the
Yeah.
Tin Roof
Tin
has
Roof
turned
is
into
my
a really cool
bar.
venue with all their live music.
That's
You
my
got
spot.
DJ Walt upstairs. You know, that's always a good time. Annex is always a great time. Brass Rail.
No DJ Sleazy?
No. So here's what have you ever been to the Statler, that new restaurant?
Have not.
Fantastic. I'd start out the night there, and then I'd bounce back and forth between Annex and Tin Roof. That's what I would do.
All right. I don't know what the best bar is, but I know where I like to go, which is not necessarily the best. On Lions games day, because I'm protesting the Lions until they win a playoff game, I like to go to the Brakeman.
Okay.
Because they have the NFL ticket, and I can have my little stupid beer. The
You
only
like the
thing
Brakeman?
Huh?
Brakeman is what you
Brakeman.
said?
Queen's Bar down there is nice.
I don't like having to use the tokens.
And I was just about to say, the only stupid thing is you have to use tokens. You have to buy tokens.
Yeah.
That's
I'm not
the
a
bad
fan
thing.
of
And
that.
the place I've been going to a lot is 2 James Spirit.
Oh, nice. You get those milkshakes?
In Corktown.
The boozy milkshakes?
No, I get
Terry's
a
milkshake brings all the ladies
No,
to the
my
yard.
milkshake is an old fashioned.
My man. I had one of those
I'm a
last
hard
night at the
pass on that
Oakland in Ferndale.
But I'm here for a margarita from Bakersfield, a
Bakersfield?
spicy marg to be exact.
There's just so many good spots downtown now. Like
Have you
Willis
been to
Show Bar is
Condero?
awesome.
Is it Condero or
Condado?
Condado, whatever it is.
Yeah, great tacos.
Their margaritas are no joke
They
either.
took away their jalapeno margarita, so now I have to like create it every time I go, and I just feel like an asshole.
Why they do that?
I don't know. Now I'm like asking for a specialty margarita, and they're like, "Well, we don't have that anymore."
Maddie hunts alone like a lioness. Maddie's on the prowl, baby. No, Cliff Bell's is great downtown. I mean, if we're going a little bit out of town, Baker's is a great jazz bar.
What's the name? The Eatery.
The Eatery. I haven't been there.
Oh shoot, it's It's something eatery. It's in
Detroit Eatery is literally what it's called.
No, it's not.
Who would you rather have punch you
Is it
in
the
the
one
face?
that's next to
Neil or
Layla?
Adam?
Yes.
I can't remember what it's called, but they have amazing espresso martinis there.
Well, you know what they have? They have this purple drink, and it's also great to be outside in the summer because you're in Capitol Park and
Right.
everything's surrounded. I like going there too.
Yeah, you can't forget about 350 Terrace, the rooftop. Like, there's just, I love Detroit so much,
Yeah.
man. This is such a, and now that I'm
Well,
single,
now we're
I
going. What time
love
is
it
it?
even
Can
more.
we go to the bar?
Yeah, I'm off air. We're done
Sure.
now, right?
We're done. We're done here.
Thank you, everybody, for waking up with the Morning Woodward Show this morning. Adam hopefully will be back on Monday so he can yell at you, call you dumbasses, and you guys can enjoy your
And
normal
hopefully his
morning
beard
routine.
is clean by then.
Hopefully he just shaves it all. But yeah, have a great weekend. Adam will be back. Terry Foster will be here on Monday. Maddie will be here. Fish will be here. Alex will be here. And you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy this sunshine.
Happy Friday the 13th.
Oh,
Be
I
good.
forgot.
Oh, it's Friday the 13th. Oh, man.